The villainous senior brother personally killed the destined child, all because the younger brother, who wholeheartedly cared for his senior brother, was cruelly murdered by Yi Chen. Watching his once innocent younger brother die tragically on the fighting stage, Lin Xiao was enraged. With just one sword strike, he crushed Yi Chen. Moreover, the change in the storyline caused the system to collapse. By a twist of fate, his role as cannon fodder was elevated to the main antagonist. In order to change his fate and save his junior brother, Lin Xiao decided to start over. Today is the day the Chosen One becomes a disciple, the highlight moment of the Qinglan Immortal Sect. Is this opportunity really at the Qinglan Immortal Sect? This is the voice of Elder Shi from Yi Chen's ring. Your most important opportunity is on that mountain. Soon, the Qinglan Immortal Sect will hold its disciple selection ceremony. At that time, you will know. Just then, Yi Chen's spirit pet suddenly saw a spirit beast going berserk in the sky, and our junior martial sister, Lu Yingying, was behind, hurriedly chasing after the spirit pet. It was fine just now. Why did it go berserk after drinking water? The next second, he was tackled by Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao leered at Lu Yingying. Junior sister, you've finally fallen into my hands. It was Lin Xiao behind it all. Now, it's just you and me in this deep mountain and dense forest. Let your senior brother love you, cherish you. Just then, a voice came from behind. Let go of that girl. It turned out to be the protagonist, Yi Chen, making his entrance. He pointed at Lin Xiao. In broad daylight, daring to secretly harm and insult a fellow disciple. This is utterly vile and shameless. Lin Xiao, seeing that his good moment was interrupted, was immediately furious. Who the hell do you think you are? I'm the eldest disciple of the Qinglan sect. You are just a nobody. He then began to mock Yi Chen. A disgraced dog whose entire family was executed and who is being hunted by the Empress. You've come to the Qinglan Immortal Sect seeking refuge. Quickly kneel at my feet. Perhaps I might spare you. I might reluctantly accept you as an outer sect cleaning disciple. Such provocation successfully angered Yi Chen. That's right, this is exactly what Lin Xiao wanted. Next, as long as the plot develops accordingly, when the protagonist Yi Chen injures me, the fourth junior sister will see through the true face of the senior brother, and will fall in love with Yi Chen. As long as they keep causing trouble for Yi Chen after he joins the sect, and get slapped in the face by him again and again, they will eventually fall into despair and commit suicide, and then they can ascend to immortality. Come on, let the storm come even more fiercely. But in the next moment, the Chosen One was kicked away by his junior sister. Lin Xiao was completely dumbfounded. What is going on here? Lu Yingying blushed. Leaning on Lin Xiao's arm, senior brother, are you alright? It's all thanks to that ugly monster who popped out of nowhere, ruining our good time. Where were we? She still wants to continue. Lin Xiao is numb. What exactly is going on? How did my junior sister's character fall apart? Then, Lu Yingying was about to draw her sword to kill the male lead. The harem of the male lead is about to kill him. The plot has become a complete mess. Luckily, Yi Chen's spirit beast saved his life. At this moment, Elder Shi sensed that something was terribly wrong, because Yi Chen's destined opportunity seemed to have changed, and our fourth junior sister has once again extended her evil claws towards her senior brother. Lin Xiao ran away in fright, leaving Lu Yingying muttering to herself. Xiao Miao lost control and was tackled by the senior brother. And then there's Yi Chen. It seems those memories were all real. I just need to diligently play the villain's role every day. Reaching the end would allow him to ascend and become an immortal. But what Lin Xiao didn't expect was that recently, he kept dreaming of dying at his junior sister's hands. Clearly, his death had long been arranged and was crystal clear. He only needed to quietly wait for the male lead, Yi Chen, to become a disciple of the Qinglan Immortal Sect. Then I focused on creating trouble. I provoked and framed the male lead. After being slapped in the face again and again, in the end, I fell from grace and committed suicide. Then I could ascend to immortality and return to my own world. But I don't know why. Yesterday, my junior sister unexpectedly played outside the rules. She kicked the Chosen One, ruining the entire plot. Just then, Lin Xiao's lackey, Huai Zhen, arrived with a wash basin. After Huai Zhen's grooming, senior brother looked just as handsome as ever today. Such a pity for this face. Why does it have to be the fate of a cannon fodder villain? Just thinking about how far away Master's Peak is, gives me a headache. But this can't stop Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao leaped. She jumps into her own cable car. Although the trash system is on strike, the plot still has to move forward. Fourth junior sister doesn't know why she broke character. Other female leads must not break character. At this moment, a voice came from Lin Xiao's ear. As the sect's senior disciple, he doesn't even know how to fly with a sword. He really disgraces our sect. It's bad enough that he's not making progress, but he also wastes the sect's funds building cable cars. Hearing his junior sister's complaints, Lin Xiao didn't get angry, but instead was delighted. It's still the same old flavor. It's still the familiar formula. Even the fourth junior sister's character has been restored. My junior sisters haven't been ruined, it seems. Then Lin Xiao put on a face that seemed to be asking for a beating. I manage all the sect's finances. I can spend it however I want. If you're willing, come to my room tonight for a late-night chat. Maybe I can allocate you some extra cultivation resources. My second senior sister retorted by immediately striking me with a swift sword. Even my fourth senior sister mocked me and made a face. This is the correct way to experience the daily life of a villain. Soon, several people arrived at Master's secluded cave dwelling. In the 3 years that Master has been in seclusion, the sect's internal affairs have all gone smoothly. All the disciples have broken through to the innate stage. Only senior brother is still at the foundation establishment stage. As junior sister said, the sect is running smoothly under the disciples' leadership. As for the disciples' progress in cultivation, we strive to ensure there is no regression. It's indeed still foundation establishment initial stage. Then, the second senior sister told the master about the protagonist Yi Chen's intention to become her disciple. She informed the master, if Yi Chen could pass the test and join the Divine Swan Peak, it would also make up for the Divine Swan Peak's lack of a man capable of shouldering great responsibilities. The system also told Lin Xiao that the current plot progress was smooth. It encouraged him to keep up the good work. Lin Xiao looked very happy. As long as the male lead, Yi Chen, goes up the mountain and completes his tasks, ascends to immortality, he can go home. What he doesn't know is that 2 days ago, the fourth senior sister actually awakened her heavenly Tao memory. In her dream, not only was the senior brother beaten badly by Yi Chen, but she also fell in love with Yi Chen. Even though the senior brother told her to stay away from that man, she remained unmoved in Yi Chen's embrace. But I didn't expect that Yi Chen would be such a scoundrel. He not only toyed with his senior sister's feelings, but even their sect was destroyed because of him. She also realized she had always wrongly accused her senior brother. Yi Chen's arrival yesterday made Lu Yingying even more certain that this memory wasn't just a glimpse of the future. It was more of a warning from the past. She doesn't understand why she would fall in love with such a scoundrel. The senior brother she had always considered a despicable person. What exactly did he do? Lu Yingying made up her mind to get to the bottom of it. To clear the eldest senior brother's name, he's acknowledged as the sect's useless eldest senior brother. He spends his days teasing his junior sisters, slacking off, and being generally useless. But he's still deeply loved by countless junior sisters. Because his villainous persona has long been seen through by the junior sisters, the villagers are currently teaching the melon-stealing monster a lesson. This demonic beast is Yi Chen's spirit pet. This time, it's thanks to the magic treasure Lin Xiao gave him, that the melon farmers were able to catch it. Our senior brother is currently enjoying afternoon tea leisurely in the melon field. He then asked the old farmer beside him, is this melon ripe? This is definitely guaranteed to be ripe. And this entire watermelon field has been leased by Lin Xiao. At this moment, he was eating watermelon, while spitting watermelon seeds at his spirit pet. My master ruined my good deed. I haven't settled the score with him yet. Just as it happens, this little thing fell into my hands. I'll have a good time playing with you. Aren't you fond of gossip? Today, I'll let you enjoy it to the fullest. But at that moment, Yi Chen suddenly appeared. Yi Chen saw his little ferret being bullied like this. His face was filled with anger. The old farmer saw that the visitor was the owner of the demonic beast. He quickly asked him to compensate for the melon field. But unexpectedly, the protagonist, Yi Chen, turned out to be an arrogant and overbearing person. He insulted them, saying that these ordinary people were unworthy to touch his spirit pet. Lin Xiao saw this and dared someone to act cocky in front of him. A fallen prince whose family is ruined. What right do you have to be so arrogant in front of me? If you still want to join Qinlan Immortal Sect and receive their protection, then obediently compensate me, kneel, and apologize. Yi Chen was furious. He, the chosen one, was repeatedly belittled and mocked by Lin Xiao. He drew his sword and struck at Lin Xiao. After a loud boom, when the smoke cleared, Lin Xiao was seen running away, and he arrogantly told him to wait and see. Yi Chen, still stunned, had no idea what was going on. Is that it? On the other hand, Lin Xiao, who had just been beaten, looked quite pleased. He hadn't expected the competition to go so smoothly. He was one step closer to the cannon fodder's fate. It was supposed to be awarded at the end, directly receiving the final reward. Why was the reward given out during the process? Over here, Elder Shi blames Yi Chen for acting too impulsively. He has now offended Lin Xiao. Tomorrow's mountain climbing test, he'll probably be targeted at every turn. But Yi Chen considers himself extraordinary. Even among the common people, he would never accept such humiliation. At this time, the old farmer who had spoken earlier, seeing Yi Chen's extraordinary strength, hurriedly stepped forward to beg for forgiveness. But he was struck and sent flying with a single palm strike. I, Yi Chen, have lived a life of unrestrained freedom, without any taboos. But what I hate most is when others hurt my loved ones. The terrified villagers quickly knelt down and begged for mercy. Then they gave a false explanation. I have always been clear about my actions and grudges. I have never killed innocents indiscriminately. And everything he did. All of this was seen clearly by the fourth junior sister, who was hiding not far away. She saw everything clearly. What a double-standard dog of a man. Your spirit pet harms others' food, yet you don't allow anyone to fight back. Thinking of this, her eldest senior brother is still better. She was just about to check on the old farmer's condition, but she found that her senior brother had already arrived. He even brought healing pills as an apology. At that moment, Lu Yingying was more and more confused by her senior brother. She swore that no matter what, neither would let Yi Chen join the Qinglan immortal sect. One is the villainous senior brother who only drinks tea and eats melon every day. The other is the chosen one, the arrogant male protagonist. Today, the male protagonist Yi Chen finally became a disciple of the Qinglan immortal sect. The senior brother originally planned to secretly lend him a hand, so he could win the title of the first. Unexpectedly, the male lead, Yi Chen, was incredibly stubborn. He was so close to first place in the step-by-step competition, but he completely messed it up himself. Today is the day of the Qinglan Immortal Sect's apprenticeship trials. It's the trial day for those hoping to become disciples. The second junior sister immediately launched into a passionate speech. And I advise them, if you can't even pass this simple test, you should just go home. At this time, Yi Chen in the crowd showed a pretentious expression of agreement. If you're afraid of even the first test, don't come out to make a fool of yourself. Although the others were dissatisfied with what Yi Chen said, they had no choice but to back down due to his status and talent. At this moment, Yi Chen approached his second junior sister, Gui Yorong. I am Yi Chen, it's an honor to meet you, senior sister Gua. Looking at Gui Yorong's peerless beauty, Yi Chen couldn't help but be moved. Lin Xiao, seeing this, looked unhappy. You can send me to my death, but you absolutely cannot touch my junior sister. Yi Chen explained that he only felt an instant connection with senior sister Gua, and wanted to exchange sword techniques with her. Lin Xiao wouldn't tolerate it. An uninitiated cultivator. He actually has the nerve to exchange sword techniques with my junior sister. Yi Chen mocked Lin Xiao for his low cultivation, saying he obviously used underhanded methods to enter the sect. Huaizhen said that the senior brother was just hiding his strength. The senior brother holds the highest record on the ascension ladder. Although the origins of that record, it was a beautiful misunderstanding. But today, this number 13 he actually managed it. Yi Chen completely didn't believe it. That this good-for-nothing in front of him was actually the record holder. He declared that no matter what methods Lin Xiao used before, he would definitely break his record today. Hit him hard in the face. Gui Yorong then began to explain the rules of the trial. Challengers are not allowed to use weapons or magical treasures. They must ascend the stairs using only their own spiritual power. Those who reach the top 100 of the golden stairs will qualify to participate in the apprenticeship ceremony. Those who have passed can continue to challenge the highest record. Cheating will result in disqualification. The test began soon. Everyone rushed forward. Some who lacked strength found it difficult to even move on the green steps. Yi Chen truly lives up to his title of Chosen One. This spiritual pressure is nothing to him. He's determined to crush Lin Xiao's name and win Gui Yorong's heart. Following the plot, the villain Lin Xiao will be jealous of Yi Chen's abilities. He deliberately set him up. However, as the son of fate, Yi Chen relied on his own exceptional strength. Not only did he break Lin Xiao's record, but he also left his handprint on the stone tablet. Seeing that the time was right, Lin Xiao acted immediately. Yi Chen also sensed something was wrong. He swiftly dodged the ambush. It's a pity for the disciple who was about to complete the green step. Although Yi Chen was quite displeased, he had no way to deal with Lin Xiao. Gui Yorong warned Lin Xiao at this time to stop his underhanded tricks, or else she would make him regret it. Lin Xiao superficially agreed, but what followed was his final attempt. Because the second stone he threw, it will be bounced back by Yi Chen, hitting him in the face. Gui Yorong could no longer tolerate it and directly reported him. Yi Chen looked smug at this moment. Lin Xiao, to distract him, shouted that there was a beautiful woman flying above him. When Yi Chen looked up, Lin Xiao attacked again. Unexpectedly, Yi Chen had already seen through this petty trick. But just as Lin Xiao was eagerly anticipating his counterattack, to his surprise, Yi Chen actually chose to. He caught the rock, missed his footing, and fell off the cliff. Lin Xiao is stunned. This isn't how it was in the script. Meanwhile, Lu Yingying, hidden amongst the crowd, was also watching everything unfold. He's clearly the sect's publicly acknowledged villainous senior brother. Now, however, he's deeply loved by his junior sisters. Instead, the male protagonist of a typical Chosen One novel is despised by everyone. It's all because our protagonist loves to add his own drama. That's why he was taught a lesson by his second junior sister. Why did Yi Chen fall from the ascension ladder? Actually, Lu Yingying was behind all of this. Knowing the script beforehand, she placed a chameleon on the cloud ladder a day in advance. It was to take advantage of the moment when the senior brother made his final move, to secretly attack Yi Chen when he was off guard. Of course, some rejoiced while others worried. But after all, he is the chosen one, blessed with fortune. How could he possibly be stopped here? The shameless Yi Chen dragged others down and stepped on their backs. Once again, he started charging forward. The other contestants were all dissatisfied, claiming that he was violating the rules and cheating. Yi Chen, however, claimed that he hadn't used any weapons or magical treasures. He reached this point entirely through his own spiritual power. He walked here. 3 words, shameless. Hui Yorong also determined that he had not violated any rules. This further emboldened Yi Chen. If you don't fight for yourself, you'll be destroyed. The number of places to ascend the mountain is limited. Instead of picking on others' flaws, you should worry about yourself. And Yi Chen became the first person to ascend the golden staircase. Seeing this, the crowd began to fight on the ascension staircase, competing for the top 100 spots. He's worthy of being the male protagonist, Long Aocean. He's just that arrogant. He has clearly mastered the law of the jungle. Huai Chen, the little brother, deeply despises someone like Yi Chen, a despicable and shameless person. Lin Xiao, on the other hand, defends him, saying that the formation on the immortal ascension ladder didn't expel him, which means he didn't break any rules, although the process was a bit tortuous. It's fine as long as Yi Chen's result from the trial remains unchanged. It's his high-profile moment of breaking his own record. The scene is chaotic now. Lu Yingying's bamboo segment ants can't catch up. Is it really impossible to stop Yi Chen? Am I a despicable villain? At this moment, Yi Chen is rising rapidly, and he finally sees Lin Xiao's name. He can no longer hide his inner joy. Lin Xiao, I will crush your name under my feet. At this moment, Huai Chen looks utterly despairing. He couldn't believe it. The senior brother's top record was broken just like that. Lin Xiao let out a long sigh. At least nothing went wrong. Yi Chen, who successfully broke the record, had a smug look on his face. But before he could enjoy his moment in the spotlight, Jing was hit hard by a stone. At this moment, Lu Yingying looked completely confused. They haven't even made a move yet. Lin Xiao started searching around. He was trying to spot which little cutie had done it. What he didn't expect was, the one who attacked Yi Chen turned out to be second senior sister, Hui Yorong. He is the most popular antagonist senior brother in the sect. Even a little wildcat like second senior sister can be dealt with by him. On the other hand, the so-called protagonist, the chosen one, was publicly humiliated. Why second senior sister, Hui Yorong? She suddenly launched a surprise attack on Yi Chen. It's because she also awakened the heavenly Tao memory. She saw the sect fall because of Yi Chen. As expected, someone like Yi Chen, who disregards discipline, should never have stepped into the Qinlan Immortal sect from the very beginning. Don't you think so? Senior brother. Lin Xiao is numb. Logically speaking, shouldn't the second junior sister be helping Yi Chen? At this moment, Hui Yorong was even more certain that the heavenly Tao memory she awakened was real, so she definitely won't let Yi Chen join the sect now. Meanwhile, Yi Chen is still stubbornly holding on. He's trying to avoid falling off the immortal ascension ladder, and he's trying to play dirty. Unexpectedly, someone noticed and kicked him off. He even tried to come back. They really take me for a fool. Yi Chen's heart was filled with unwillingness. Could it be that I'm really going to fail here? My great revenge has yet to be avenged. The opportunity has not yet been seized. Clearly, I'm the destined one. My life shouldn't be like this. And at that moment, he began to float in the air. It turned out that Elder Shi secretly intervened, but this ability is only left for one last time. Elder Shi was also completely dumbfounded. Yi Chen is the son of destiny. I never expected him to be in such a miserable state today. Yi Chen is now blinded by rage. He asked Elder Shi to help him again. Elder Shi, with no choice, could only reluctantly agree. Hui Yorong saw that the situation was turning bad. He planned to sneak attack Yi Chen again, but Lin Xiao noticed something was amiss. What's he planning to do? What if the protagonist, Yi Chen, fails? How will the rest of the plot continue? Yi Chen must pass the test. No matter what happens, I'm going to stop this tragedy. The next second, Lin Xiao unexpectedly hugged Hui Yorong. 2 words, awesome. At this moment, Lin Xiao looked utterly despondent. It's all over now. I didn't even think before hugging you. Now how am I going to explain this? Should I say that I've got my eye on you? Be my woman. Then Lin Xiao whispered in Hui Yorong's ear, stop it, junior sister. Everyone's watching. Everyone else is studying hard, but they're showing off their affection. It's infuriating. Hui Yorong's face is flushed. The next second, she throws Lin Xiao over her shoulder. Even after being thrown to the ground, Lin Xiao remains gentle. Junior sister Gua, just leave this sort of thing to senior brother. At this moment, Hui Yorong was completely captivated. Could it be that senior brother is afraid his little actions will be discovered? That he's doing this to protect her reputation? And just then, relying on Master Shi's help, Yi Chen surged forward with great momentum. He once again broke the record. But no glory lasts forever. Hui Yorong watched this scene. As expected, just as the heavenly Tao memory had said, Yi Chen succeeded in advancing and even broke his senior brother's record. It seems that dealing with Yi Chen isn't so easy after all. On Lin Zhao's side, he looks quite pleased. Truly deserving of being the protagonist. Although the process was a bit messy, the result is still acceptable. I just hope the disciple selection ceremony goes smoothly. Don't cause any more trouble. But at that moment, The unbearable Yi Chen, humiliated by Ling Xiao, made a vicious threat. Ling Xiao, the humiliation I suffered today, I will repay 10,000-fold in the future. Gu Yurong is reporting through the sound transmission jade plaque. She is reporting the situation of the Ascension Ladder trial. A total of 356 people participated in this Ascension Ladder trial. 100 passed. In addition, more than 100 others were seriously injured. More than 50 were eliminated for violating the rules during the fighting. The sect leader and the elders were puzzled. Why were there so many injuries and rule violations this year? So Gu Yurong explained the instigator of this incident. Yi Chen. She criticized Yi Chen for being belligerent, arrogant, and having improper motives. Although he passed the test, but he is not worthy of being a disciple of Qinlan sect. It was suggested to eliminate him. Then the elders began discussing whether to keep or expel Yi Chen. But the sect leader believed, Yi Chen not only passed the test first, but he also broke the record for completing it. It's such a pity to eliminate such a talented person. The path of cultivating immortality is inherently full of competition. Competition stimulates progress. This Yi Chen, let him participate in tomorrow's apprentice receiving ceremony. Whether he has real ability will be known tomorrow. The elders all know that this sect's grand apprentice gathering ceremony will be a huge turning point for the sect. So they attach great importance to it. Gu Yurong is lost in thought at this moment. She knows that the turning point refers to Yi Chen. But Yi Chen brought not fortune, but misfortune. On the other hand, our Lin Xiao is in the alchemy room. With a pretentious air, he instructs his junior sisters. He urges them to focus on alchemy. The ocean of knowledge is boundless. The path of alchemy is limitless. We must strive for excellence in all aspects. Only then can we understand the ways of heaven and man. What Lin Xiao didn't expect was that his successful restoration of his persona triggered a critical hit reward, raising his alchemy skill grade to 5th rank. You must know that even Yi Chen, the protagonist, I only reached the 5th rank in alchemy after sweeping a large map. I just showed off casually. I went from beginner to 5th rank alchemy in no time. If this continues, it seems like this trashy villain, might take down Yi Chen. Becoming the male lead myself doesn't seem impossible. But Lin Xiao just wants to finish the plot and ascend to immortality. Whoever wants to be the male lead can be. Next, Lin Xiao is going to steal the elixir, to prepare for the plot twist at tomorrow's martial arts competition. Next is waiting for the second junior sister, to expose his theft of the poison. Sure enough, junior sister Gua is here. Junior sister, do you know that every time this senior brother sees you, he's reminded of a proverb? It's, the sea accommodates 100 rivers. It is great because of its capacity. After saying this, Lin Xiao looked expectantly at his junior sister, waiting for her to scold him. But unexpectedly, his second junior sister, who always disliked him, today, Jing is acting out of character. Senior brother, do you really think so? How does Xiaorong compare to the other two junior sisters? Lin Xiao is numb. This is definitely not right. I absolutely cannot let the plot deviate any further. Then he intimidated his second junior sister. He also revealed to her that he had secretly come to take the pills today. He told her everything. As for what kind of pill it was, and what exactly it was used for, he told her not to worry about it. But what Lin Xiao didn't expect was, Gu Yurong not only knew what kind of elixir he was going to steal, but had already prepared the elixir for him in advance. Lin Xiao, having obtained the 7 extremes elixir, reminded his second junior sister before leaving, that he was going to use this elixir, to deal with someone he disliked. It's just short of directly telling them Yi Chen's name. With such an unusual behavior of mine, junior sister should be starting to suspect me, right? Unknowingly, Gu Yurong was incredibly excited inside. Senior brother is just too cute. How come I never noticed it before? Thanks to Heavenly Dao's memory, I know the true face of the senior brother. Rest assured, senior brother, this 7 absolutes pill, I've already tampered with it for you. This time, it absolutely won't fail. One is the publicly known, useless villain senior brother of the sect. The other is the newly promoted protagonist, the lucky son of a light novel. But now, the senior brother who should be the villain everyone wants to beat, has instead become the most popular person in the sect. On the other hand, the chosen son and male protagonist of the light novel, has been mercilessly attacked by his master and junior sisters. It's because everyone has awakened the Heavenly Dao memory. Today, even Master Xiao Hongyuan has started to spoil the script. The Qinlan Immortal Sect has 5 main peaks. They are named Fengming, Shenwan, Qiyun, Yunyan, and Chongshou. Each main peak has a chief elder who oversees the transmission of the Tao, and the head of Shenwan Peak is Xiao Hongyuan, known as the most beautiful woman in the Eastern Territory. Xiao Hongyuan has a bold and uninhibited personality. She loves drinking, and she is extremely narcissistic. She pays no attention to sect affairs. He's domineering and fierce to outsiders, but he's extremely protective and caring towards his own disciples. Even though our Lin Xiao is a good-for-nothing who spends his days flirting with girls, he was never expelled from the mountain. until Lin Xiao took advantage of his master's seclusion to cultivate. Someone had the audacity to steal Xiao Hongling's white stockings. The next day, during a clash with Yi Chen, they were brought out by Yi Chen's spirit pet. This caused Xiao Hongling to lose all face in front of the entire sect. From then on, Xiao Hongling suffered repeated slaps in the face from Yi Chen. In Lin Xiao's storyline, he became completely disappointed with Lin Xiao. In the end, he even personally severed Lin Xiao's spiritual root, reducing him to a mere mortal. Even Lin Xiao himself couldn't help but complain, saying that his portrayal in the drama was truly twisted. He even wants to steal the stockings of the master who raised him, but it seems he came here today just to steal stockings. Seeing no one around, Lin Xiao quietly pushed open his master's door. What met his eyes were his master's undergarments, scattered all over the floor. What exactly did the master do before going into seclusion? According to the plot, Xiao Hongyuan only discovered during the disciple ceremony that the stockings were stolen by Lin Xiao. So, in order not to be found out, Lin Xiao began to take action. I searched for a long time but still couldn't find where the stockings were. Lin Xiao seriously suspected whether today was actually the stealing stockings plot. So Lin Xiao transformed into a detective and started reasoning. He analyzed. Master, the drunkard, can't drink after entering seclusion. This brings him one step closer to ascension. Next, he just needs to wait for the grand disciple receiving ceremony. The wonderful moment when he'll be slapped in the face by Yi Chen. But what Lin Xiao doesn't know is, his actions have all been seen clearly by Xiao Hongling. This only further confirmed for her that everything in the heavenly Tao memory was real. In the memory, after Xiao Hongling crippled Lin Xiao, not only did she pass on the Wuxiang sword body to Yi Chen, but she also secretly developed feelings for him. However, she never expected that Yi Chen, this person, not only is he the main culprit behind the destruction of the sect, but he's also a scumbag who plays with people's feelings. Xiao Hongling never expected that she would actually bow down and submit to a man. She even gave up the Wuxiang sword body. How laughable she is. Yi Chen, what kind of existence are you? Xiao, what role did you play in all of this? Now that Xiao Hongyuan has awakened her heavenly Tao memories, she vows she will absolutely never let the tragedy from her memories repeat itself. When the destined villainous senior brother, meeting the male protagonist of a refreshing and satisfying novel, what will happen? Faced with the public humiliation from the useless villain, our favored son of destiny surprisingly didn't dare to fight back. Instead, he chose to slip away in disgrace. Although Yi Chen successfully completed the trial of the ascension ladder, and broke the record, but he, who passed the test through despicable means, naturally became the object of everyone's scorn, and he still had that pretentious expression. He implied that everyone standing here had pushed others down to get there. At this moment, our senior brother suddenly appeared. He publicly humiliated Yi Chen. He's just a despicable man who pretends to be high and mighty. Since you're so powerful, why don't you go join the demon sect and become their disciple? Upon hearing Lin Xiao's harsh words, Yi Chen looked visibly displeased. He even said that Lin Xiao is the real despicable villain. At this moment, Master Shi reminded Yi Chen to stay calm. After all, this is Lin Xiao's territory. Lin Xiao glared fiercely at Yi Chen upon hearing this. It's fine to eat randomly, but you can't speak recklessly. You accuse me, Chief. Do you have any evidence? And everything that happened between them was seen clearly by Gu Yurong, who was hiding nearby. She saw it all. As expected, according to the script, these two clashed before the apprenticeship ceremony. To nip the tragedy in the bud, Gu Yurong decided that, should Yi Chen make any irregular move, she would immediately intervene and prevent him from attending the apprenticeship ceremony. Seeing the situation was turning unfavorable, Yi Chen changed the subject. They say Lin Xiao's record was broken by him, so he's been acting spitefully because he's ashamed and angry. But what he doesn't know is that Lin Xiao was prepared. He secretly recorded the whole embarrassing process of Yi Chen's failure. My Zong Jianzong sect, for over 1,000 years. This is the first time anyone has climbed the ladder like this. Truly unprecedented and unparalleled. Take this shadow stone as a family heirloom. Yi Chen was now furious. As the chosen one, the unparalleled genius of this generation, he was publicly humiliated by a good-for-nothing today. It's utterly detestable. Although Gu Yurong really wanted to intervene, she hadn't found a suitable opportunity. Just then, Xiao Hongling appeared with her disciple, secretly observing. The two sides started bickering again. Yi Chen even directly made a harsh remark, saying if he had the guts, they should settle it with a one-on-one fight. And wasn't this exactly what Lin Xiao wanted? So he immediately agreed to Yi Chen's challenge for a battle. Yi Chen looked at him with an expression of displeasure. A mere trash dares to. Lin Zhao's arrogance intensified at this moment. He urged Yi Chen to attack him immediately. Yi Chen began to speculate at this time. Why would Lin Xiao dare to provoke him so openly in public? He must be trying to force me to strike first. He must be trying to force me to make the first move. Then I'll use this as leverage, to make myself ineligible. Seeing he still hasn't made a move, it seems I'll have to try harder. He's standing right there and you don't dare attack. Are you waiting for him to guide you? You despicable villain, don't think I don't see through your tricks. Lin Xiao wore an unconcerned expression. He continued to increase the level of his taunts. This forced Yi Chen to draw his sword and attack Lin Xiao. But ultimately, Yi Chen chose to lower his sword. Then, he threatened them and left in disgrace. At this moment, Hu Yorong finally breathed a sigh of relief. If that sword had been aimed at senior brother just now, the consequences would have been unimaginable. And Xiao Hongling was also impressed by Lin Xiao's performance just now. Why hadn't she noticed it before? This young Lin Xiao, he's so courageous and bold. If it weren't for his poor constitution, he would surely be a remarkable person. At this time, the system prompts. Lin Xiao has successfully completed the protagonist enraging plotline. Lin Xiao is numb. Wasn't the original plot supposed to end after losing the Shadow Stone? I didn't expect Yi Chen to suddenly attack. I was so scared I almost peed myself. Luckily, my inner actor took over in the end. Otherwise, that scene would have been ruined. The formerly reviled villainous senior brother has now become the sect's most popular member. On the other hand, the sect's rising star, the chosen one, has become the #1 enemy of my fellow disciples. It's all because my master and my junior sisters awakened their heavenly Tao memories. Overnight, they all became Yandra. Today, even the cold and aloof 4th junior sister almost killed the chosen one. To force Yi Chen to make a move, Lin Xiao went even further, directly stepping on the chosen one. He truly played the villain role to the extreme. Suddenly, a sonic attack came towards him. Seeing this, Lin Xiao quickly retreated. So it was 4th junior sister Chu Yuwei who took action. She accused Lin Xiao of going too far in bullying others. Hua Jingya and Yi Chen will eventually join the sect. As the eldest senior brother, how could he treat his fellow disciples this way? Lin Xiao thought of the cold-faced junior sister, Chu Yuwei, from the novel. Her special affection for Yi Chen was unmatched. This time, he'll definitely complete the storyline quest smoothly. Then he hid nearby to observe. I just didn't expect that they would meet so quickly. Could it be that the plot fast-forwarded? Yi Chen, that jerk, was internally ecstatic. The Qinlan Immortal Sect truly is a land abundant with beautiful women. Just strolling around, one can encounter such stunning beauties. Not to mention, having senior sister Chu play music for him. His swordsmanship will surely improve even further. Seeing this scene, Lin Xiao felt at ease. Next, he just needs to wait for Yi Chen to begin his training. Then, decisively launch a surprise attack. Give him a good beating. Then today's mission will be successfully completed. But before Lin Xiao could prepare to strike, Yi Chen suddenly vomited blood and was seriously injured. It turned out that Chu Youwei's music contained a murderous intent. Listening for too long will harm your internal organs. At this point, the 4th senior sister said coldly. No one dared disturb her practice. She originally wanted to test Yi Chen's depth, but unexpectedly, he turned out to be a good-for-nothing. Although Yi Chen was quite furious. But still, I had no choice but to apologize. In contrast, the 4th senior sister he saved earlier had completely changed. She also started to mock Yi Chen. Lin Xiao was completely dumbfounded. Why did the main characters suddenly start fighting? Thinking of this, Lin Xiao decided to get even for Yi Chen. I thought someone was bullying junior sister Chu. So it's you, this cowardly rat. You didn't dare spar with him before. But bullying his woman is right up your alley, huh? Seeing Lin Xiao appear, Yi Chen flew into a rage. I guess everything that just happened was definitely Lin Xiao forcing the girl to take action against him. Such a despicable act is utterly shameless. Lin Xiao, on the other hand, said, so what? You were the one who disturbed the junior sister while she was practicing the piano first. She was just purely punishing evil and eliminating the wicked. Faced with Lin Xiao, who keeps causing him trouble, and with a girl present this time, he simply couldn't take it anymore. He decided to take action and teach Lin Xiao a lesson. At the same time, he wanted to regain his dignity. Lin Xiao thought he would finally get what he wanted. Slapped in public. But the next second, they were both thrown to the ground by Chu Youwei's sound waves. Lin Xiao was instantly paralyzed. How did the plot take a wrong turn again? This made Yi Chen convinced that they were working together. He ran off immediately. Although the plot went off track, the mission was successfully completed. To avoid any complications, Lin Xiao followed closely behind. Seeing senior brother leave, Chu Yuwei finally couldn't hold it in any longer. She didn't know why things had turned out this way. I only wanted to vent my anger for senior brother. How did I end up injuring senior brother instead? It's all that damned Yi Chen's fault for getting so close. Otherwise, I wouldn't have accidentally injured senior brother. Chu Yuwei recalled the heavenly Tao memory she awakened a few days ago. Yi Chen would severely injure senior brother upon his appearance. Now, the senior brother is seriously injured by himself, and Yi Chen hasn't gained any benefits. It seems that the outcome has already deviated. As long as things don't follow the path of the heavenly Tao, it's considered a success. But just to be safe, we must remain vigilant from here on out. On the surface, he is the graceful chosen one. But behind the scenes, he's a sanctimonious hypocrite. As for our villainous senior brother, when his junior sister takes the initiative to embrace him, he decisively rejects her and pushes her away. In Lin Zhao's memory, the male lead, Yi Chen, directly killed the old farmer who captured his spirit pet. He even hypocritically explained that he had lived a dissolute life, unconstrained by rules and taboos. But he hates it most when others harm his friends and family. He even declared that he has always been clear about his grievances and kindnesses in life. He declared that his actions throughout his life have been defined by clear distinctions between gratitude and revenge. Never indiscriminately kill the innocent. How hypocritical. You're just a double-standard jerk. You allow your pet to harm other people's food, but don't let others rise up in resistance. What a pathetic male lead. Lin Xiao was furious at the thought of his master and junior sister actually becoming concubines to such a person. He was extremely angry, but after some thought, these matters weren't something a small villain like him should be worrying about. Hua Jing, this is just a fictional world. The key is to receive my final reward and ascend to immortality. Tomorrow is the grand apprentice acceptance ceremony. From now on, Lin Xiao just needs to wait. Tomorrow, he just needs to be slapped in the face by Yi Chen. Lin Xiao, who was just about to fall asleep. I decided to peek at the junior sisters first. After all, it's all for the sake of restoring the villain's character. But in the dead of night, the third junior sister suddenly came to knock on Lin Xiao's door. In the original novel, the third junior sister possesses the heart of a guqin and the soul of a sword. She has a gentle and kind personality, as innocent as a blank sheet of paper. Even if Lin Xiao ultimately fell from grace, confined by the protagonist Yi Chen to the forbidden area in the back mountain, and the other two junior sisters eagerly wished for his death, only the third junior sister still pleaded for Lin Xiao. Thinking of how I was slapped by Yi Chen, he would no longer be the gloriously magnificent senior brother in his third junior sister's heart. But to fully commit to his villainous role, Lin Xiao still chose to tease his junior sister, even going so far as to want to examine Chu Yue's body. Lin Xiao's lewd expression. I even wanted to punch myself after watching that. I thought I'd be beaten up by Chu Yue, but the next second, Chu Yue unexpectedly threw herself into my arms. Lin Xiao was completely dumbfounded. Why have all my junior sisters become Yandra? None of them are following the script. How am I supposed to continue acting? But when I think about it, I'm the lecherous senior brother who teases his junior sisters all day long. This is a gift from heaven. Why would I avoid it? Even though my junior sister's persona has collapsed. But I can't ruin my villainous persona. Lin Xiao was about to strike, but was accidentally slapped in the face by his third junior sister. Lin Xiao was stunned. As expected, the male lead is not someone to be trifled with. A villain's attack will always bring divine retribution. Chu Yue looked at her injured senior brother in her arms, a face full of self-blame. Chu Yue came to find Lin Xiao tonight, because she accidentally broke a string on her chain during their date yesterday. She wants to go down the mountain tomorrow to find a master craftsman to repair it, but she's not very familiar with the city, so she wants to ask Lin Xiao to go with her tomorrow. Lin Xiao thought for a moment. The book doesn't seem to have this scene of repairing the chain. To prevent the plot from deviating, he used the excuse of having to attend the apprentice acceptance ceremony tomorrow, and refused Chu Yue's request. But Chu Yue still wouldn't give up. He actually started acting coquettish. Brothers, who could resist this? But ultimately, Lin Xiao still refused Chu Yue's desperate pleas. He still had to rush to slap the protagonist Yi Chen in the face tomorrow. Even if he couldn't resist, he had to. What Lin Xiao didn't expect was that the third junior sister's character had actually changed. The original work never mentioned this scene of playing the qin. At this time, Huaizhen also came to find Lin Xiao. It turned out that their master, Xiao Hongling, had left seclusion. She had something extremely urgent and called for Lin Xiao to go to Tian's Cliff immediately. Lin Xiao's numb. What the heck is all this? Why is all this plot not in the original script? Everything's messed up now. I don't care anymore. I have to go and see what's going on. Chu Yue, hiding not far away, had already fallen in love with her senior brother in her heart. She originally thought this guqin was the most important thing in her life, until the moment she awakened her heavenly Tao memories one day. Only her senior brother was truly good to her. Chu Yue originally planned to run away with Lin Xiao tonight, escaping this place of trouble. Since escaping is impossible, then she must strike first. She absolutely cannot allow her senior brother to be ruined by Yi Chen tomorrow. Protecting the senior brother is my task. The 200-year-old, cold and beautiful master. Even she has such a shy side. The villainous senior brother who only wants to be slapped in the face by the male lead. Lately, he's been targeted by his junior sisters, who actively throw themselves at him. Tonight, even the cold and beautiful master is acting coquettish towards him. When Lin Xiao arrived at the Heavenly Woman Cliff atop Shenluan Peak, he found his master's room unusually quiet. It felt like the calm before the storm, summoning him in the middle of the night. Could it be that the time he disguised himself as a girl, and snuck in to bathe has been discovered? At the thought of this, Lin Xiao broke out in a cold sweat. At this moment, the drunk Xiao Hongling called Lin Xiao to come in quickly. Lin Xiao felt that his master seemed to be in a very good mood. It seemed that his stealing the stockings and sneaking in to bathe hadn't been discovered. It should not have been exposed. Facing such a tumultuous master, who could withstand it? If it weren't for Yi Chen's slap in the face coming tomorrow, our master-disciple relationship would be broken tonight. At this time, Xiao Hongyuan suddenly discovered that Lin Xiaojing had broken through to the foundation establishment stage. Not only that, even my physique and spiritual roots have undergone a transformation. Lin Xiao didn't know how to answer for a moment. Sure enough, nothing can be hidden from the number one fairy in the cultivation world. I could only awkwardly explain that I unintentionally gained some divine fortune. Hua is actually my disciple, Xiao Hongling, blessed by the fate of the heavenly Tao. It seems that my master's intelligence is a bit off when she's drunk. Lin Xiao didn't expect to easily get away with it like this. Then Xiao Hongling asked Lin Xiao, "Have you met Yi Chen, the son of destiny?" Lin Xiao was somewhat puzzled. Why would master know about Yi Chen beforehand? Xiao Hongyuan noticed Lin Xiao's suspicion. So, using the pretense of drunkenness, she feigned innocence. The next second, Xiao Hongling suddenly stood up. I wanted to do something fun with Lin Xiao. Then I grabbed Lin Xiao's hands. I was about to push him down. Lin Xiao was also a little at a loss. Could it be that today I'm finally going to become a real man? But then, Lin Xiao's body inexplicably began to sink. When Lin Xiao opened his eyes again, he found himself above a deserted cliff. Could this be master's otherworldly space? Then, bolts of lightning struck at Lin Xiao. He declared himself unworthy to duel with his master. Then, in the heavens, a sword appeared, exuding an overwhelmingly terrifying sword pressure. Lin Xiao never expected his master's soul sword to be so terrifying, driven purely by a refined and vast sword intent. A sword technique's divine ability, the simplest, most direct, and most domineering and fierce. Could this madwoman be using this torrent of sword intent to literally feed herself to her sword spirit? As the main villain in the script, Lin Xiao, if he cannot die by Yi Chen's hand in this life, then only he himself can claim his life. Lin Xiao shouted, "Sword!" Even at the innate realm, he summoned his own life-bound spirit sword, Yunmeng's. This is also Xiao Hongyuan's. This is the first time I've seen Lin Xiao so serious about swordsmanship. Although the scale of the sword energy is considerable, the sword intent is somewhat weak. However, the future still looks promising. Since that's the case, I, your master, will guide you today. He's the villainous senior brother with an aura of his own. But tonight, he was pierced through the chest by his cold and aloof master with a single sword. Why would master do this? It's because the cold and aloof master Xiao Hongyuan also awakened her heavenly Tao memories. You think our villainous senior brother? It's all over. I didn't intend to do that. Actually, it was all to change Lin Xiao's destiny. As expected of a villain with a halo, even the chosen one has to step aside, facing Xiao Hongling's relentless pressure. Lin Xiao was speechless. Damn it, this crazy woman really wants to destroy herself. Everyone's character has completely collapsed. It's not easy for me to work so hard on this plot. In that case, I'll just quit being the villain. It's a pity he's only handsome for 3 seconds. Lin Xiao had just made a harsh remark when he was struck by lightning. He thought he was dead and had received his lunchbox early, but the next second, a spatio-temporal barrier condensed from lightning enveloped Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao's face was filled with shock. Could this be a sword chi domain? Xiao Hongyuan reappeared at this moment. Disciple, watch this move carefully. This move is called Sword Intent Infusion, the ultimate move of He Chi Sword Immortal. Just as Lin Xiao was deeply reflecting, Xiao Hongling suddenly appeared in front of him, and gazed at him affectionately. Disciple, hold on. It might hurt a little. Lin Xiao looked shy. Master, what's going on here? They're still just a child. Lin Xiao thought he could finally enjoy himself. But suddenly, a sharp pain hit. He saw Xiao Hongling's sword piercing through his chest. Lin Xiao went numb. What the hell is going on now? Is the villain about to kick the bucket already? All that could be heard was Xiao Hongling coldly saying, "Destined 1 inch, cycle of fate. All of that can go to hell. My disciples, like Xiao Hongling, should dominate the world. They should be unparalleled in the starry sky. They should not be inferior to anyone." Lin Xiao gradually closed his eyes. Meanwhile, Yi Chen, who was cultivating in the mountains below, was informed by Elder Shi of a grave emergency. The opportunity that should have belonged to Yi Chen has now, for some unknown reason, disappeared almost entirely. Elder Sure speculates that the opportunity definitely didn't disappear for no reason. It must have been intercepted by someone else halfway. Upon hearing this, Yi Chen was immediately enraged. He, the great son of destiny, has always been the one to seize others' opportunities. Today, someone dares to ruin his fortune. He will absolutely not allow Qinlan Immortal Sect to have such a heaven-defying existence. Once he finds this person, he will personally eliminate them. Elder Sure, this matter warn Yi Chen, Qinlan Mountain, cannot be visited again now. Since he stepped in here yesterday, the course of destiny has been slowly changing. What was once a place of celestial fate now seems more like a den of dragons and tigers. Yi Chen still has that same smug expression on his face. Sure Lao, you know me well. If no one provokes me, I won't provoke anyone. Anyone who offends me, I will surely punish. The humiliation from yesterday, this young master will make sure it's avenged. Tomorrow morning, I will lead the charge to Qinlan Shenzong, to wash away this shame. But what Yi Chen doesn't know is, 3 sickly junior sisters have already set their sights on him, and they have come this time to personally destroy Yi Chen, so that the tragedy of this life will not repeat. The Chosen One. Why has he become the mortal enemy of his master and senior sisters? Because in his past life, not only did he deceive their feelings, but he also led the demon sect to attack the Qinlan sect. He, with his sanctimonious air, watched helplessly as his sect was slaughtered. It was only at this final moment that they truly realized why the senior brother had been targeting Yi Chen all along. In his past life's memories, the demon sect attacked Qinlan Immortal Sect to capture Yi Chen. Qinlan Immortal Sect defended their sect, and fought the demon sect for 3 days and 3 nights. Ultimately, the Grandmaster, many elders, and disciples all perished. Now only Xiao Hongyuan and her 3 disciples remain, watching their sect's destruction. Lu Yingying helplessly asked why Yi Chen hadn't come to save them. Several junior sisters firmly believed that Yi Chen would definitely return to rescue everyone. Only Xiao Hongyuan had long seen through it all. Yi Chen went to travel in the southern region of Zhongzhou. He is probably flirting with the saintess of the Nanzhao kingdom right now. Second junior sister still refuses to believe it. It was clearly he who brought the disaster of the demon sect. Yet he abandoned all of us. At this moment, Xiao Hongyuan said forcefully, even if only 4 of us remain from Qinlan Immortal Sect, we will fight to the death. The Minotaur declared his intention to fight all 4 of us alone. At this critical moment, a roar came from behind the Minotaur. Stop. The newcomer was Yi Chen and senior sister Zhu from Fengming Peak. The 2 of them joined their swords, activating the mountain guarding formation. They wiped out all the people from the demon sect. Yi Chen slowly walked towards Lu Yingying. Senior sister, I'm late. Fortunately, you're all okay. Looking at the corpses scattered across the field, Lu Yingying couldn't hold back any longer. She questioned Yi Chen. Is that all you have to say now? Hu Yurong and Chu Yuwei also cast contemptuous glances. They glared at Yi Chen. You obtained the Qinlan sword technique, still practicing the twin swords fusion technique with Zhu Wanqing from Fengming Peak. At a critical moment, the mountain protection formation activated, repelling the demon sect. Why is the timing so delicate? Yi Chen, who exactly are you? Drawing his sword, he intended to slay this traitor who betrays his master and ancestors. But a chosen one, protected by the heavenly Tao, couldn't be so easily dealt with. Xiao Hongyuan was also unfortunately struck by a thunderbolt sent by the heavenly Tao, leaving him severely injured. And at last, Yi Chen's true nature was revealed. Master, I, Yi Chen, am the chosen one, protected by heaven's mandate. You are not worthy to be my enemy. My younger sister, Yi Xianer, has already led 800,000 elite cavalry from Beichuan to the foot of Qinlan Mountain. At my command, the demon sect will be completely wiped out. Now, come back to me. Let's avenge Qinlan together. Just then, a voice rang out in Xiao Hongling and her junior sister's ears. Then, in their minds, the past events between Lin Xiao and Yi Chen appeared. Several people watched the emerging image. Could it be that the senior brother is opposing Yi Chen? Is it because he had long since seen through his true face? We killed the senior brother. It turns out we had misunderstood the senior brother all along. Ultimately, these memories merged together. Give me your memories. I will bring them back to your past. Whether you can change your fate depends on this one chance. This series of memories travels through time and space, returning to the past. They flood into the minds of the 4. This is also why the 4 have always seen Yi Chen as their mortal enemy. They swore that this life, tragedy would never happen again. Kill Yi Chen. Protect senior brother. He's the chosen one in a lit. Refreshing novel refers to a type of popular online novel. But tonight, he was ambushed and besieged by 3 girls. Could someone blessed by heaven, a chosen one, be so easily destroyed? Why did the junior sisters collectively mobilize to attack Yi Chen? Because Yi Chen, who appears refined and elegant, is actually a hypocritical villain at heart. Not only did his sect fall because of him, even the senior brother, who dedicated himself to his junior sisters, died a tragic death because of him. At this moment, Yi Chen was fast asleep in his room. Lu Yingying saw her chance. She ordered her spirit pet, Xiao Miao, to attack. Go, Xiao Miao, use your claws to tear that scum Yi Chen into even more of a scumbag. But not long after flying out, 2 attacks appeared behind Xiao Miao. Luckily, Lu Yingying reminded her in time, allowing Xiao Miao to escape unharmed. The sound of 2 attacks colliding alerted Yi Chen. He initially thought it was thunder, but Elder Shi informed him of an attack. Yi Chen awoke abruptly upon hearing this. He grabbed a long sword from his bed, and then leaped onto the roof. But no one was found. Yi Chen asked if Old Shi was confused and had misheard. Old Shi was adamant that he could not have misheard. He clearly sensed 3 intense hostile auras. They had locked onto the inn. This Qinlan mountain is indeed very strange. Old Stone, are you deliberately making up stories to scare people away from Qinlan mountain? You're trying to scare me, aren't you? Do I look like that kind of person? Then several more thunderbolts struck. This confirmed to Yi Chen that the sounds he'd heard were indeed thunder. For tomorrow, so I can better participate in the Qinlan sect's apprentice recruiting ceremony, Yi Chen returned to his room to sleep. He didn't forget to specifically tell Elder Shi to be quiet. Don't make a fuss over nothing. Actually, the 2 attacks just now were from my 3rd junior sister, Gu Yurong. And with the 3rd junior sister, Chu Yue, why did my full-strength sword strike disappear without a trace? And why didn't the other person's music attack Yi Chen? It was clearly aimed at him. The 2 decided to try again. Yi Chen, having just returned to his room and about to lie down, was warned by Elder Shi to be careful behind him. But when Yi Chen turned around, there was nothing there, only streaks of lightning. Yi Chen looked annoyed. That old fellow is at it again. Master Shi, have you heard the story of the boy who cried wolf? Master Shi explained that he had clearly seen it just now. If I lie, may I be struck by 5 thunderbolts? As soon as he finished speaking, 5 thunderbolts answered. Shi Lao, you can eat whatever you want, but you can't say whatever comes to mind. You're nothing but a wandering soul now. If you get struck by heavenly thunder again, your soul will scatter. Alright, go to sleep. The junior sisters are already numb. So Yi Chen really does have the protection of Heaven's Tao, just as I remembered. What protection of Heaven's Tao? It's simply that you 3 didn't know each other's existence. The 3 decided to wait for Yi Chen to enter the sect tomorrow. They would make their move again at the apprentice receiving ceremony. They would ensure Yi Chen would never return. Why has the once most popular villainous senior brother in the sect now fallen to the point where he is treated as a prisoner? Even his junior sister ruthlessly sends him to his death. Even the master has allowed him to end his life with a dagger. He is humiliated by his fellow disciples. He is despised by the master and junior sisters. This time, he was finally tired and chose to end it all. And it all began with Yi Chen, the chosen one, joining Qinlan sect. After a conflict between Lin Xiao and Yi Chen, who was going up the mountain to become a disciple, Yi Chen found on Lin Xiao the stolen stockings of his master. This caused Lin Xiao to endure great humiliation from the sect. Harboring resentment, Lin Xiao secretly took his master's forbidden artifact, the absolute heaven black lotus, while his master was asleep. On the 3rd day of the 5 meridians martial meet, he planned to use the absolute heaven black lotus to backstab Yi Chen. In the end, Lin Xiao was imprisoned by Xiao Hongling at the Cliff of Regret. Chu Yue didn't understand why the previously kind and friendly senior brother would steal the master's forbidden artifact to harm junior brother Yi Chen. Fortunately, junior brother Yi Chen possessed exceptional skills and escaped unharmed. Otherwise, the senior brother would face punishment. It won't be as simple as just thinking over the past at the Cliff of Regret. Lin Xiao didn't know how to tell her why he had to do this. Now, Xiao Hongling was completely disappointed in Lin Xiao, and was going to bestow the sword intent upon Yi Chen, to make up for Lin Xiao's offense against Yi Chen. Lin Xiao, upon hearing this, immediately embraced Chu Yue. You are not allowed to be with Yi Chen. Just as he was about to explain, he was kicked away by Gu Yurong. Is teasing the master not enough? Now you're going to assault junior sister Chu. As the chief disciple of Shinlwan Peak, you repeatedly commit such despicable acts. You've completely ruined Shinlwan Peak's reputation. Then, Gu Yurong threw a dagger to Lin Xiao. If you still have any feelings for Shinlwan Peak, end your own life here. Stop tarnishing Shinlwan Peak's name. Inside the cold, dark cave, now only Lin Xiao and a dagger remain. How ridiculous it all is. The senior brother who dedicated his life to the sect has met such an end. Lin Xiao is truly weary of this life. Ultimately, he chose to end it all by taking his own life. Suddenly, Lin Xiao jolted awake. He felt like he'd just had a very long dream, but the dream felt incredibly real, as if it were his own memory. Xiao Hongling, at this moment, looked at Lin Xiao with a drunken gaze. It was I who imparted the sword intent to you. You must be exhausted. You've fallen asleep. Come, drink with me. Let's celebrate you obtaining the formless sword body I bestowed upon you. Lin Xiao was completely dumbfounded. He had actually obtained the formless sword body. According to the original work setting, all inner disciples of Qinlan sect can go to the Jian family underground after passing the swordsmanship assessment. They infuse their own sword intent into the furnace, to forge their own life-bound spirit sword, and each spirit sword will improve along with the wielder's swordsmanship. There is a chance to hatch powerful sword spirits. For example, the ice sword spirit of 2nd junior sister Guiyurong, the Qin Xin sword spirit of 3rd junior sister Chu Yue, and the divine sword Qinghuan of our master Xiao Hongyuan. In the original work, the male protagonist Yi Chen gains the sword intent of Xiao Hongling. I've awakened the formless sword body. Only then can I return to the imperial capital and take revenge. Lin Xiao was speechless. Damn it, I've now obtained the formless sword body that should have belonged to Yi Chen. Such a great opportunity was intercepted by me ahead of time. What's the point of this? What if I can't control my strength during tomorrow's apprentice acceptance ceremony? If I accidentally kill the protagonist with a single strike, how will I ever ascend to immortality? Xiao Hongling sees that he's distracted. Why won't you drink the wine I offered you, my disciple? Seeing such a shy master, Lin Xiao didn't know what to do. Faced with the increasingly pressing master, Lin Xiao quickly got up from Xiao Hongyuan's lap, and apologized for his earlier misbehavior. Then, Xiao Hongyuan hurriedly walked up to Lin Xiao. He softly asked in his ear, "Is your master handsome?" A shy Lin Xiao was full of question marks. Could it be that his master was possessed? Why would he suddenly ask such a girlish question? Seeing this, Lin Xiao quickly began praising Xiao Hongyuan. But Xiao Hongyuan seems unwilling to cooperate. Actually, I called Lin Xiao here tonight, not only to help him improve his swordsmanship, but also for another matter. That is, as the chief disciple of Shenluan Peak, if anyone dares to challenge him, he must kill that person. Don't ask why. Just do as you're told. If anything happens, your master will take the blame. Lin Xiao immediately had a bad feeling. What's really going on with the master? One is the haloed villainous senior brother. One is the chosen son, the protagonist of a wish fulfillment story. Today, the two finally confront each other at the grand disciple receiving ceremony. I thought we were about to finish filming and go home. Unexpectedly, the protagonist was sent flying by his junior sister with a powerful wall dunk. On the day of the disciple receiving ceremony, our protagonist, Yi Chen, makes a flashy entrance, full of pretentiousness. Elder Shi asked him if he had any preferred master, but in Yi Chen's eyes, none of that mattered. He came here only for the opportunity. If, as Elder Shi said, someone had stolen his opportunity, he would definitely kill that person. But actually, Yi Chen's inner thoughts, however, were focused on entering Shenluan Peak. He planned to take all the girls inside into his harem. He even boasted of becoming the husband of all the girls in the world. Unlike that senior brother who only had good looks, compared to him, he was nothing but a waste. Just then, our senior brother arrived on his sword. Only this kind of entrance is worthy of us. This peerlessly elegant and refined young master of the immortal sect. An immortal should be like this. Seeing Lin Xiao steal the spotlight, Yi Chen looked unhappy. What nonsense, an unparalleled young master. He's just a pretty boy with nothing else to him. Before the words finished, Lin Xiao stepped in front of the protagonist, Yi Chen. Seeing this, Yi Chen realized he had been recognized. He decided to strike first. I'll just blast you, you blind, stinky brat. Didn't I warn you last night? You dare come back. You really don't want to live anymore, huh? I don't need to tell you who Lin Xiao is, do I? Do you have the strength to go against me? As the chosen one, I am humiliated today by such a nobody. Who is the real protagonist, after all? Seeing the first wave of mockery succeed, he immediately started the second. Unable to bear it any longer, Yi Chen draws his sword, ready to fight. At this time, someone in the crowd recognizes Yi Chen. He reached the Grandmaster level at such a young age. No wonder he remains neither arrogant nor humble. Lin Xiao watched as the plot developed smoothly, with a happy expression on his face. Next, he just had to wait for that woman to appear. She would help Yi Chen deliver the first slap in the face. A sudden angry shout interrupted them. The newcomer was Lin Xiao. Guiyurong, his second senior sister, who had been waiting, looked at Yi Chen's lecherous expression. Lin Xiao's eyes gleamed. It seems the plot is back on track. Yi Chen sheathed his sword. Hypocritically, he approached the second senior sister. This junior, Yi Chen, greets senior sister, but what he received in return was a forceful wallbang from his junior sister. This reversal of events shocked everyone. The second senior sister looked at Yi Chen, who was beaten to a pulp, with a look of disgust. Who are you to talk to the senior brother like that? But when she looked at Lin Xiao, she changed into a cute and innocent expression. I'm sorry, senior brother, for scaring you. Such a vulgar and rude man dared to be disrespectful to you. He deserves a beating. Lin Xiao is numb. It's over. The plot is falling apart again. Our villainous senior brother is so impressive. Even the old flame of the chosen one is throwing herself at him. He even sacrificed his life-bound spirit sword to help this villain regain face. Just as the protagonist, Yi Chen, was sent flying by his third junior sister's powerful Waldong attack. Enraged, he blamed everything on Old Stone. This damn place is the one you mentioned in the middle about the fateful opportunity. You'd better give me an explanation today. Otherwise, I'll take this broken ring off you. Sure, explain it. Someone from the Qinlan sect has appeared, someone who can influence the Heavenly Tao's fortune. Since we haven't been discovered yet, we should leave quickly. Bro, don't stall. Don't just listen to some old bastard rambling. I'm here to give you some experience. If you don't get your act together, I'm going to be disappointed as the villain. The once patient Yi Chen can no longer endure. He told Old Stone that the heavens won't drag me down. Then I'll defy the heavens. Not only will I kill the little thief who stole my fortune, but I will also conquer all the women on Shenluan Peak. Lin Xiao smiled at the sight. Good brother, I knew I didn't misjudge you. Hurry up and attack. Seeing the situation turn for the worse, the second senior sister was about to intervene. But Lin Xiao stopped her. Junior sister, don't you trust your senior brother? Guo Yurong looked at her senior brother's back, following the Heavenly Tao's memories. Wait, that demon beast of Yi Chen is about to expose senior brother for stealing master's stockings. He'll be mistaken for a pervert. To protect senior brother's dignity, Guo Yurong quickly stopped Lin Xiao. Let someone else handle it. Teach this ignorant brat a lesson. Then, another angry shout came from above. The newcomer was Qinlan sect's only widow. In the original story, Su Mei was the biggest support in the protagonist Yi Chen's early harem. She was his greatest support in his early harem. External help is still reliable at crucial moments. When Su Mei appeared before everyone, even I, the villain, almost couldn't control myself. Her incredibly hot and alluring figure was simply amazing. Then Lin Xiao took a sharp breath. Even the air smelled incredibly fragrant. But right now, several junior sisters and the master's personas are collapsing. I can only place my hope on this widow Su. I guess it's time to use my villain's 3-step seduction technique. Step 1, observation. Step 2, heart gesture. Step 3, the flirt. Master Su, long time no see. You're even more radiant than before. This beautiful flower in my hand is most suitable to be given to you. After saying this, Lin Xiao waited with a playful smirk, expecting to be slapped in the face. But unexpectedly, Master Su didn't play by the rules. With a single stride, she directly threw herself into Lin Xiao's arms, almost suffocating Lin Xiao. Su Mei's face was filled with shy sweetness. Lin Xiao looked completely confused. When she turned to look at our male lead, Lin Xiao thought he had it in the bag. But in the next moment, Su Mei immediately summoned her own life sword. We need to redeem Lin Xiao, the villain. Lin Xiao is completely dumbfounded. Why do you all like to break the rules? The stunningly beautiful Su Saifu also secretly harbors feelings for her villainous senior brother. She almost scared the chosen one to death. Learning that Lin Xiao disliked the protagonist, he immediately summoned his spiritual sword, intending to kill the chosen one. You're incredibly bold, daring to challenge the chief disciple of the Qinlan sect. Do you know what that means? Lin Xiao is numb. Damn it, why is even Master Su not following the script? Is he really going to kill the male lead? Seeing Master Su's murderous gaze, our protagonist, Yi Chen, almost wet himself on the spot. Knowing I had no chance against this woman, I intended to ask Old Stone for help, but that old geezer chose to play dead at the crucial moment. Lin Xiao was also completely panicked. What to do? If he pleaded for mercy, what should I do if he steps forward to plead? Lin Xiao's face lit up with excitement when he saw the newcomer, Yuani Laodao. I finally waited for you. In the original novel, this person appears to be a harmless, unassuming old man, but in reality, he is very deep and calculating. He's a long-hidden demon sect spy. I almost turned Qinlan sect upside down searching. Now the plot has deviated from its course. Luckily, this fat man appeared as scheduled. Seeing this, the fat Taoist quickly made excuses for Yi Chen. He acted as the peacemaker. Senior sister Su also gave him face. He let Yi Chen off the hook. Then, in front of everyone, he expressed concern for Lin Xiao. Is he seriously hurt? He's just a small antagonist. There's not much drama between you two. He quickly stepped forward to Lin Xiao. Someone will definitely teach you well. At this moment, Lin Xiao had a puzzled expression. It seems like this part wasn't in the original text. Could it be that I was reading a pirated chapter? After getting close to Lin Xiao, she finally realized how incredibly handsome this guy was. Sitting on such a handsome disciple, no wonder Xiao Hongling has always been indifferent to Yi Chen. Since she knows the future consequences, she can't let her have it so easily. And this fat guy also has high hopes for Yi Chen. In the early stages, the big boss, Jing He, is paired with the male lead. One by one, they're all messing with the script. They're here to mess with my mindset, right? The grand ceremony of accepting disciples is about to begin. Lin Xiao suddenly realized that the 3 junior sisters who should have witnessed his downfall were all absent. But calm down. Fortunately, Yi Chen stayed to participate in the apprentice receiving ceremony. The rest of the plot will be fine. So he quickly called his younger brother, Huaizhen. Looking at this junior brother who has always been unwavering in his devotion to him, this villain. I can't help but feel a bit regretful. After all, following the villain never leads to a good ending. Huaizhen noticed the last boy in black in the crowd. He is my senior brother's distant cousin. Next, they will be testing his aptitude. Brother, I plan to lend him a hand. I've exhausted all familial obligations. This is the 9 refinement golden pill I acquired at great expense for my cousin. After consuming it, his physique will be temporarily enhanced. In reality, it's an essential medicine for murder and robbery. 7 deadly pill. Please trouble junior brother to deliver it to my cousin. Just say it's the elder's intention. Everyone gets a share. Huaizhen looked puzzled. Why doesn't the senior brother deliver it personally? I'm afraid my cousin will be too moved, affecting his performance. A few casual words were enough to move this foolish child. She eagerly ran off to deliver the medicine. Soon, Huaizhen arrived in front of Yi Chen. Following her senior's instructions, she handed the pill to Yi Chen. Yi Chen looked at the pill, seemingly lost in thought, but he still happily chose to accept it. According to the novel's plot, he, the male protagonist and a 6th-rank alchemist, I easily noticed something was wrong with the pill. Then, cleverly, I turned the tables. I directly confronted the Purple Cloud sect leader with the poison pill. Immediately, my righteous second senior sister jumped out, accusing me of orchestrating everything. Watching the protagonist stand up with the poison pill to confront them, Lin Zhao's face was full of excitement, but the next second, he was completely dumbfounded. This damn fool of a male lead. He actually swallowed the poison pill in one gulp. The chosen one almost met his end at his own hands. He knew it was a poison pill. He actually swallowed it, damn it. When Huaizhen gave him the elixir, he immediately sensed something was off with it. Such petty tricks could never fool this young master. That damn smug look on his face. He almost made me think I was the mastermind. For big characters are written all over his face. With such shallow scheming, he dares to harm this prince. Elder Shi's suggestion is perfect. The main people of Qinlan Mountain are all here. We'll use this pill to expose that boy's conspiracy. But Yi Chen is extremely arrogant. He plans to turn the tables. Elder Shi, who is still bewildered, is about to stop him. Who would have thought this brainless male lead would swallow the poison pill in one gulp? That's right, this prince will use a bitter ploy today, and make that immortal stick pay the price. Just you wait, Lin Zhao. I'll make you pay. But the next second, a wave of stench made everyone around suffer unbearably. Who the hell farted in the street? At this time, the erysipelas was also slowly taking effect. Yi Chen saw that the poison was taking effect. He planned to suppress the erysipelas with the purple mist pill, and then report to the headmaster. Little did he know, his second junior sister's improved version of the poison pill. Damn it, it's impossible to suppress it. Then, with a pop, blood started flowing from all 7 orifices, and they died on the spot. Seeing this, Elder Shi quickly spoke up. I told you this tooth medicine was problematic. I even told you to wait a moment, but you wouldn't listen. A panicked Yi Chen throws all the blame onto Elder Shi. He might as well not bother with this silly ring. The second junior sister is not far away, gloating. She watches Yi Chen in his miserable state. Master brother, we succeeded. From now on, I no longer have to worry about being harmed by this guy. Yi Chen, who almost killed himself, also realized at this moment that if he didn't detoxify himself, he would probably really die here today. So he used his last ounce of strength, crawling towards the ring. He puts the ring back on. He quickly kneels and begs Elder Shi for help. It was his own impulsiveness earlier. Elder Shi, seeing his remorse, decides not to hold it against him. He teaches him the ice heart detoxification technique. He dispelled the poison of the 7 absolutes pill. I have to say, Yi Chen truly is a child of destiny. Even so, his treatment of Elder Shi still remains unwavering in his loyalty. Seeing the atmosphere was right, Elder Shi then advised Yi Chen, hurry and leave Qinlan sect, this place of trouble. Otherwise, the consequences will be worse. But who knew that my good intentions would be met with such ingratitude? Not only did Yi Chen not appreciate it, he also continued to confront Lin Zhao. He vowed that he wouldn't be a man if he didn't avenge this. And that little look in his eyes made Lin Zhao's scalp tingle. I don't understand why he's looking at him like that. But he looks so uncomfortable. Is he alright? Good thing he didn't die. Otherwise, the plot wouldn't be able to continue. He truly is a man with the protagonist's halo. Lin Zhao took out the stockings he had stolen from his master, and planned to create a social death moment for himself. He was ready to send this villain away. Soon, it was Yi Chen's turn to take the test for his physique. After detoxifying, Yi Chen looked radiant, and with his arrogant expression, he seemed ready to take on 8 opponents at once. The crowd below cast admiring gazes. Even the elders felt that Yi Chen was exceptionally talented. He's a promising young man. The best way to test one's physique is through a duel. When he learned his opponent was a worthless qi refining cultivator, Yi Chen showed a look of disdain. He could take this opponent down with one move. At this time, the fat Taoist asked him how he wanted to test. Yi Chen arrogantly pointed at Lin Xiao. I challenge Lin Xiao, the chief disciple of Shenluan Peak. The winner and the loser will be decided within 10 moves. If I can't crush him, I'll kowtow and admit defeat. My gentle and kind third junior sister is actually trying to get revenge for me, this villainous senior brother. But women, damn it, only slow down my progress through the plot. Turns out the protagonist, during the apprenticeship ceremony, specifically called out Lin Xiao for a challenge. This Shenluan Peak's top disciple even boasted that within 10 moves, he would beat Lin Xiao until he cried for his parents. Otherwise, he would kneel down on the spot. Lin Xiao, upon hearing this, immediately put on a villainous expression, scoffing that he was nothing but a stray dog. Actually, I'm secretly thrilled. Finally, I can get back to normal and be defeated. But just as the referee announced the start of the match, a loud shout interrupted the fight. Wait, you're not worthy of fighting my senior brother. I'll be your opponent. At this moment, Lin Xiao felt like he wanted to die. Senior Sister 3 had just given him a scolding. Now, Senior Sister 3 was causing trouble again. The elders watching from the observation platform immediately saw it. Senior Sister 3 is here to help me regain my dignity. Seeing this, Daoist Fatty felt that things were getting serious. Why did Yi Chen suddenly get into a feud with two disciples from Shenluan Peak? He had a grudge with them. Just as he was about to intervene, he was stopped by the widow Su next to him. Meanwhile, on the stage, Lin Xiao had been waiting for this fight for a long time. He quickly persuaded his third junior sister to withdraw. This is a duel between men. But when he grasped his third junior sister's hand, his expression changed. Why is his junior sister's hand so hot? Seeing the countless wounds on his junior sister's palm, Lin Xiao finally realized. Junior Marshall's sister forcibly cultivated the 7th volume of the heavenly sound Qinjian scripture, the devouring heart demon Qin. You must know that the 7th volume's devouring heart demon Qin is half involved in the demonic path, with the blending of immortals and demons. Although it possesses earth-shattering demonic power, it also causes great harm to oneself. In the original novel, Yi Chen was surrounded by the Dezhou Empress in the underground cave. My third senior sister never used this move. Lin Xiao looked astonished. When he asked his third senior sister why she cultivated this demonic skill, her answer left me utterly ashamed. It's only because I need to become strong enough to protect you, senior brother. Can you please be a little more clear-headed? I'm just a villain. If anyone needs protecting, it's our male lead. From the moment the third junior sister awakened her heavenly Tao memories, she silently vowed in her heart that doing anything for the senior brother would be worthwhile. This time, she absolutely won't let the senior brother shoulder all the blame alone. And only you dared to defy Yi Chen, this disaster. In my heart. Senior brother, I know you are the true lone warrior. Junior sister, you're the one defying the plot, the true lone warrior. Senior brother, please stop acting insane here. Just as Lin Xiao was trying to persuade his junior sister again, a powerful sword intent swept through the entire area. The person who arrived was none other than Lin Xiao's master, the head of Shenluan Peak, the most beautiful woman of the eastern region, Xiao Hongyuan. Yue, hurry and step back. How could I, the eldest disciple of Shenluan Peak, be afraid of such a mere mortal? Master, rest assured. This person dares to challenge me to a life-or-death battle. I shall annihilate him with a flick of my finger. To repay your kindness, master. Unexpectedly, the system suddenly popped up at this moment. Cultivation increased by 40% due to restoring the villain's character design. Damn it, you dog of a system. Are you afraid people won't be able to kill Yi Chen? Even the master didn't forget to remind him. Remember what I told you last night. Find a chance and kill Yi Chen. If Yi Chen dies, master has prepared an unexpected reward for you tonight. Soon, the death match between the chosen one and the destined villain will officially begin. The four elders each have their own unique views on this battle. Only the master has full confidence in Lin Xiao. My disciple, Xiao Hongling's student, will surely be invincible and dominate the arena. Meanwhile, Yi Chen on the broadcast platform keeps making provocations, and even shamelessly says he'll defeat Lin Xiao. He will find a way to join the Divine One Peak, to replace him and take good care of the master and junior sister. This shameless face, it's making Lin Xiao not even know who the real villain is. Who can't mock? You really think you're qualified to challenge my Divine One Peak? Today, if you think I won't kill you, you are wrong. I'll make sure you die a miserable death. After saying this, Lin Xiao immediately drew his sword and lunged at Yi Chen. Xiao Hongyuan's face darkened. You little brat. I worked hard last night to teach you the sword intent, and yet you're slacking off. The observing elders also thought Lin Xiao's actions were, you're simply courting death. Seeing this, Yi Chen became even more confident. All show and no substance, easily defeated. Just wait until I show you my skills and end this. Then we'll see what face you'll have left. Claiming to be the top disciple of Shenluan Peak. Actually, only Lin Xiao understands. His sword strike, though seemingly flamboyant, actually used less than 10% of his sword intent. As the protagonist, Yi Chen couldn't possibly fail to parry this strike. But just then, the system popped up again, awarding Lin Xiao once more, triggering the sword technique divine ability. Divine sword controlling thunder true technique. I don't want this reward, damn it. Protagonist, don't come closer. The chosen one unexpectedly kneels and apologizes to the villain in public. It turns out Lin Xiao was just planning to pretend a moment ago. A sword was thrust at the male lead. Unexpectedly, it triggered a system task. It directly applied the Thunder God's sword technique onto the sword. At this moment, Lin Xiao was panicking like crazy. He feared this sword might take the protagonist away. Everyone else was also stunned by Lin Xiao's earth-shattering strike. However, Widow Su, knowing the plot, found this unusual. Lin Xiao, who was clearly a good-for-nothing, had suddenly become incredibly talented in swordsmanship overnight, unless someone was trying to alter this cause and effect, forcibly bestowing him with great power. When he looked at Xiao Hongling, she seemed to understand something. Master, on the other hand, looked like a little bird clinging to its person. My precious disciple, this is the first sword technique you created. Using the Wuxiang sword body, after the smoke cleared, our chosen one remained standing strong. Luckily, I held back at the crucial moment. Otherwise, the male lead would have been dead on the spot. As expected of the male lead, he always manages to escape danger at the critical moment. Just as Lin Xiao was about to face Yi Chen's wrath, the next second, there was a slap. The chosen one knelt down in public, apologizing to our villainous senior brother. He vowed to apologize to your sect. He knelt and begged the heads of sects on the stage to save him. The lively competition arena instantly fell silent. I finally managed to reduce my swordsmanship power to 30%. You spineless coward actually surrendered. At this time, the elder on the stage intervened. He simply waved his hand, dispelling the fear from the male lead. Since Yi Chen has conceded, let's call it a day. At this moment, Yi Chen's heart was filled with extreme fear. When he saw the power of Lin Xiao's sword, he knew deep down that he couldn't withstand a second strike. Lin Xiao, on the other hand, looked speechless. Just like that. But soon, he noticed the 9 nether purple flame beside Lin Xiao. In the original story, after Yi Chen crushed Lin Xiao, this beast suddenly appeared. He pulled out the stockings Lin Xiao had hidden in his chest. His appearance means the plot is still salvageable. I'll be honest. I'm the pervert who secretly stole Master's stockings. With a soft puff sound, Yi Chan's little sable was injured by a sword. It almost got killed. Lin Xiao turned around, cursing, and looked over. I really need to see who dares to ruin my plans. But what he didn't expect was, the one who struck was none other than my own master. The outcome has already been decided. To think you still want to use a demon beast to ambush my disciple. That's truly despicable and shameless. As soon as these words were spoken, I almost drowned in the spit of the sect's disciples. Why isn't my master following the script? And even threw me a wink in public. Damn system, get your ass out here. The female leads have absolutely no professional ethics. Ignoring the script is one thing, but now even the male lead is acting like this idiot. This plot, how am I, a villain, supposed to resolve this? I'd rather not be this villain. At this moment, the system suddenly sent a prompt. Detected a decline in the host's mental state. The mission may fail at any time. This also left Lin Xiao confused. The master and junior sisters cast puzzled looks. Didn't senior brother win? What's going on? Now that his cultivation has improved, the master and junior sisters are also very kind to him. Perhaps he no longer needs to pretend and can get along with them sincerely. It's pretty good to stay in this world. But thinking of my parents and sister gathered around my sickbed, Lin Xiao felt such heartache. I still have my parents and sister. I want to go home. As for why, since Yi Chen went up the mountain, the plot and the characters of the master and junior sisters have gone off track. For now, we can only take it one step at a time. Lin Xiao swore to live out the life of a villain. He would successfully complete the system's mission. When the elder announced the victory method, Lin Xiao, the second and third junior sisters were both beaming with joy. Everyone rushed to congratulate him. Xiao Hongyuan smiled upon seeing this. She just didn't understand why her 2 female disciples had such a change in attitude. According to the dream prophecy, they wouldn't fall for that boy Yi Chen, would they? And Lin Xiao gradually grew to dislike Bing Chou. Could it be that Xiao's destiny, from this moment on, has been completely reversed, has changed? Watching my disciples' harmonious relationship, as her elder and master, she should be happy. But why does she feel so downcast? Lin Xiao noticed this as well. Since I've chosen to continue being a villain, then I must thoroughly embody the villainous spirit. The protagonist is venting his emotions wildly. The chosen one, a hero of destiny, is being humiliated and rubbed into the ground by a useless villain. This feels worse than being killed. At this moment, Master Sure steps in to console Yi Chen. That son of the plane who snatched your opportunity. You're no match for me. It's better to leave this place of trouble as soon as possible. But thinking of Lin Xiao, this villain with women on either side, he couldn't help but feel furious. Why does the sky above Shirley Ocean seem tinged with green? Young friend, don't speak. You've injured yourself from the shock. I will now pass on a set of mental techniques to repair your meridians. Then, the male lead immediately sits down to meditate. thanks to Elder Shi's help. Otherwise, this young master would have fallen into the hands of that villain. He felt refreshed and clear-headed. He blamed everything on Lin Xiao again. He swore he would get even with Lin Xiao next time they met. Little did he know that our senior brother was right behind him. The next second, he appeared in front of him. He almost scared the male lead to death on the spot. The male lead, with a look of terror, asked Lin Xiao, "What exactly does he want?" "Who knows?" Lin Xiao suddenly pinned him against the tree. "Guess what he's really after?" Actually, Lin Xiao came here this time, just to observe. The character of this foolish male lead. Has something changed as well? But Yi Chen treated him as a perverted sicko who swings both ways. Fortunately, at that moment, the chubby old Taoist appeared in time. Lin Xiao looked at the spy-like chubby man with a puzzled expression. What scheme is this old fox up to now? In the original story, I didn't see him so invested in the male lead. To avoid alarming the snake, Lin Xiao thus used the opportunity to let the male lead go, just as Lin Xiao felt relieved. Although the apprentice acceptance ceremony didn't go as planned, it had still ended smoothly. Who knew the junior sister would suddenly appear and interrupt? Bingcho's neck is adorned with a beast-controlling magic pearl. This beast-controlling magic pearl is said to be an accessory of the ancient god, Daiyu. It possesses incredible power. It's an ancestral treasure of the Lu family. This thing can even control all. Below the level of golden core within 1,000 li radius. Could it be that this girl really brought a bunch of demonic beasts here to cause trouble? And her sickly appearance, also quite frightened senior brother, the cold and aloof master, would actually have the villainous senior brother massage her feet for the rest of her life. Even the chosen one doesn't play by the rules. He chose to become the villain's disciple. It turns out that just now, the little junior sister with a sickly sweet appearance, led her army of demonic beasts intending to destroy the male lead, taking the senior brother to run away. That way, the senior brother would belong only to her. At that moment, the second and third junior sisters suddenly appeared. He thought they were there to stop him. This made him murderous. Lin Xiao also noticed this, so he quickly patted his junior sister's head to soothe his emotions. Then Lin Xiao hurriedly instructed, "I want to talk to my junior sister alone. Let the two of them leave first. Since last month, my junior sister's personality has suddenly become cold and withdrawn. She's full of hostility towards everything, no matter what caused the change. The most important thing now is to calm him down. I originally planned to use my looks to get information from her." Unexpectedly, the next moment, my junior sister publicly confessed her feelings to him. She even threw herself into Lin Xiao's arms, saying she wanted to be with him forever and ever. That cute and sweet look, which man wouldn't like it? This sudden confession almost made him fall into the villain's trap. Is this what it feels like to be in love? But in the next second, the system popped up. Because he had successfully restored the main storyline, he was rewarded with the Qinglan sword technique. Lin Xiao is stunned. This damn Qinglan sword technique. Isn't this the key prop for Yi Chen, the male lead, to show off? Why is it given to me? On the other side, Yi Chen is expressing his gratitude to the fat Taoist for saving him. He knew very well that after such a huge scandal in the sect's grand competition, the sect leaders of all the peaks in Qinglan sect would likely refuse to take him as their disciple. Elder Shi behind him tried to persuade him again to leave this place of turmoil, but unexpectedly, the fat old Taoist suddenly appeared out of nowhere. He wanted to take the male lead as his direct disciple, and have him join his Tianyan peak lineage. The male lead looked overjoyed upon hearing this. He immediately knelt down to perform the disciple's bow. To be honest, from the moment you appeared, my master believes you have the bearing of an emperor. Hearing the fat old man's flattery, Yi Chen was overjoyed. Heaven truly favors me, the invincible Yi. Once I enter Qinglan sect, I'll find a chance to kill Lin Xiao and avenge myself. And I'll also find the scoundrel who stole my opportunity. A single sword, killing with one blow. Elder Shi never imagined that he, whom he had always taught the immortal fate martial arts and considered his disciple, would now actually take a lower realm cultivator as his master. Isn't this slapping him in the face in public? Actually, in Yi Chen's heart, old Shi is nothing but a parasite. No matter how deep his background is, he still depends on others to survive. And the male lead's actions really hurt old Shi badly. He gave everything to help him, only to be treated as trash in the end. Perhaps he miscalculated. Actually, the chosen one. It is the mysterious existence that intercepted Yi Chen's opportunity. Meanwhile, the senior brother who returned is choosing a wife. These talented young women are all very suitable for my Shinlwan peak. As the senior brother, I'll take charge of this. Let me bring these new disciples in. Senior brother is very busy. This small matter doesn't require senior brother's trouble. Let's leave this task to us. At this time, Huaijin appeared and reminded Lin Xiao. Don't forget the master's invitation tonight. He arrived at the master's small wooden house. Lin Xiao began to suspect something. For some reason, he felt that the root of the plot's collapse most likely lay with his master. Could it be that his master used some kind of heaven-defying method to pre-calculate his battle with Yi Chen today? That's why he specially transmitted his skill. After all, the sword intent infusion that night was definitely not something he did on a whim after drinking. To figure all this out, Lin Xiao bravely entered his master's room. And at that time, his master had been waiting for a long time. You've done well today. You haven't let your master down. Master has decided to reward you. He slowly extended his jade-like foot. Good disciple, come help your master wash his feet. Lin Xiao looked speechless. You called me here in the middle of the night just to wash your feet? What kind of reward is this? Seeing Lin Xiao hesitate for so long, could it be that, shower, you're unwilling? Then let your master ask you. Since you're unwilling, but why did you steal my stockings? Lin Xiao was dumbfounded. Could master have known all along? That's why he killed Yi Chen's demonic beast. No wonder he thought he was rewarding me. This is so damn embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. To try and get out of it, Lin Xiao immediately fetched the footbath water, and personally massaged his feet. Master, if I ask you to spend your whole life washing my feet every day, would you be willing? Lin Xiao is stunned. Washing feet for a lifetime, what the heck kind of train of thought is this? The atmosphere became awkward at this moment. Seeing this, Xiao Hongling changed the subject. Although you already possess the Wuxiang sword body, but today's battle with Yi Chen, Master, your control over sword intent still lacks refinement. Next month, the disciples of our 5 peaks will travel together to the Jian family in the underground realm. As the senior disciple of Shenhuan Peak, it's time for you to possess your own spirit sword. Watching Lin Xiao leave, his heart was filled with emotion. At this moment, a voice interrupted his sadness. The spirit named Yu Ji teased him, saying he would have a day when he too was troubled by love. Xiao Hongyuan told him not to take it so seriously. You should know my temperament. Not to mention that right now, you're just a lingering soul from the upper realm. Even if you regain your physical body and return to your former state, I can still subdue you. It turns out that Xiao Hongling's spirit sword, Jingwan, contains a pair of twin phoenix souls. Once the sword intent is infused into the man, the female phoenix soul will enter him. Within the other party's spiritual sword's nascent soul, if one feels affection, then one can only be with that person. Otherwise, one will suffer the torment of fiery heart. Just now, you asked if he would be willing to stay by your side for life. It seems you have truly fallen in love. Xiao Hong immediately drew her sword upon hearing this. There is nothing between my true self and my disciple but purity. How could someone else destroy it with a mere lie? But after calming down, he explained to Yu Ji, you ask me how I know that your fragmented soul was sealed in the Forbidden Dragon Abyss. Why was I able to easily break the seal and rescue you? That's because I can see the future. The scoundrel Yi Chen will eventually break into the Forbidden Land and take you as his master. He will inherit your legacy. If this child gains power, he will lead Qinlan's sect to eternal destruction. Therefore, I must get there before him. After understanding the cause and effect, Yueji promised to help him. After all, this Qinlan sect was founded by her husband. He will also strive to protect this foundation. How amazing this junior sister is. Opening with a thunderous blow, found nobody there. She actually hugged and sniffed senior brother's blanket. This perverted scene left senior brother dumbfounded. What the heck is going on? Could it be that third junior sister has been possessed? Why has the female lead's attitude towards the lecherous senior brother changed so drastically? What exactly caused this shift? Is it a distortion of human nature, or a collapse of morality? Today, I, Lin, will get to the bottom of this. I'll catch her in the act. But the third junior sister, as she continued to smell, I found something seemed to be hidden in the quilt. Then I took out the secretly taken pictures my senior brother had left behind. Suddenly, my senior brother's face cracked. It's over, it's over. I forgot to put away the recording stone yesterday. This is embarrassing. My senior brother's image is gone just like that. But the next second he reacted. Aren't they villains? What image matters? So the senior brother pushed open the door. Third junior sister, you're being reckless. Who allowed you to barge in? Only to see the third senior sister looking at the senior brother with a shy expression. Even if she's a gentle and precious girl, seeing such a vulgar and lecherous senior brother, she wouldn't forgive him, right? Hit me, scold me, anything. It would be best to add some backstabbing, coercion, and enticement to really make the villain's character shine. Make the villain's score go straight to the max. The next second, the third junior sister crushed the recording stone in her hand with a snap. If the senior brother has such a preference, why can't you just focus on me alone? Only a fool would make a choice. A normal person would obviously want everything. And third senior sister, don't misunderstand. The eldest senior brother is only here to supervise your cultivation, nothing more. Don't overthink it. It's you, though, sneaking into this senior brother's room in the middle of the night. What is your business? Third junior sister explained hesitantly that she was worried that the scoundrel Yi Chen had hurt senior brother during the day, so she came to visit. Lin Xiao approached her with a mischievous smile after hearing that. So concerned about senior brother. It's truly moving. In the original story, after Lin Xiao was defeated by Yi Chen, the third senior sister, along with the fourth senior sister, went to visit the male lead and apologize. So now, the third junior sister is worried that the villain will come to visit him. Is the plot going off track again? So he plans to forcibly kiss the third junior sister. To verify if the plot has gone off track, he sees the third junior sister pushing him away. He finally felt relieved. This time, he had finally performed the script correctly. But the next second, third junior sister unexpectedly kissed him first. This sudden reversal caught our eldest senior brother off guard. What the hell is going on? My first kiss is gone just like that. Lin Xiao is stunned. When he regained his senses, he pushed the third junior sister away. He stared at her with a look of struggle. She's the villain, not the male lead. Can you wake up a bit? But the pure-hearted senior brother still didn't blame him too much. There's nothing I can do. After all, Lin, am just too kind-hearted. The third junior sister saw this, and happily jumped into the senior brother's arms. I knew senior brother wouldn't blame me. This time, Lin Xiao didn't push him away. Instead, he smiled in relief. In addition to his understanding of them from the books, there were also these past 10 years. He had witnessed their growth, step by step. The three crybabies of the past have all grown into graceful young ladies. People are not trees, how can they be without emotion? I outwardly play the role of the villainous senior brother. But secretly, I've done quite a lot for these junior sisters. Indeed, I have. I just heard Wei Wei say I was very kind to him. Could it be that my disguise is blown? No. I must ask her clearly. Then, with a serious expression, he questioned his third junior sister. Third junior sister, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You must answer truthfully. The first question. Before Crown Prince Yi Chen of Beichuan paid his respects that day, had you seen him? The third junior sister was stunned for a moment, but then shyly replied, no. Based on Lin Zhao's understanding of junior sister 3, she never lies. Since she said she hasn't seen Yi Chen, it must be true that they've never met. The senior brother only asked me if I had seen Yi Chen, and I knew about this person through the script in my mind, so it's not exactly deceiving senior brother. But the eldest senior brother felt more and more uneasy. When Yi Chen provoked me this afternoon, third senior sister's look towards Yi Chen was clearly full of hatred. You must know, the intent to kill in someone's eyes can't be hidden. Then he asked the second question. After meeting Yi Chen today, what is your impression of him? Upon hearing this, the third junior sister's face immediately darkened. Although Wei Wei didn't know this person, she had seen him today. I utterly despise his behavior and character. I'm ashamed of it. I wish I could. The senior brother was a little confused by this answer. Wish you could what? Seeing this, the third junior sister said, let's not go any further. It's going to raise senior brother's suspicions. So she quickly changed the subject. Senior brother, why don't you ask Wei Wei the third question? I don't want to comment on some insignificant people. The speed at which her attitude changes. Junior sister 3 must already know Yi Chen's true nature. It seems that junior sister 3 has been hiding something from me. If she really hasn't met Yi Chen, then why would she show such a strong killing intent? No. I need to figure out what junior sister 3 really thinks of Yi Chen. So, he asked junior sister 3, would you be willing to do me a favor? I want you to go to Tianyan Peak, to set a trap for Yi Chen, to help your senior brother get revenge. If you're unwilling, then forget it. Of course, the purpose of doing this, it was actually a test of the third junior sister's attitude. What he didn't expect was that not only did the third junior sister gladly accept the task, but she also wanted to take matters into her own hands and kill the male lead. When will the senior brother take action? Does he need me to leave him a way out? Seeing this scene, the senior brother was completely dumbfounded. Listen to me. Senior brother was just joking with you. It's over, it's over. The shy and cute third junior sister actually used a beauty trick against the chosen one. At this moment, the male lead is cultivating in his room, and has successfully advanced to the foundation establishment stage. It turns out that all of this achievement is thanks to the cultivation method taught by our elder Shi. I have to say, Elder Shi is the most shameless lapdog I've ever seen. A powerful cultivator from the upper realm, repeatedly heartbroken by the male lead, still chose to forgive him and gifted him top-tier cultivation techniques. Just then, a disciple arrived. Junior brother Yi, senior sister Chu from Shenluan Peak is visiting. Hearing that Chu Yuwei had arrived, the male lead was momentarily stunned. Ignoring Elder Shi's advice, he chose to go. Elder Shi was so angry he didn't know how many times he cursed him in his heart. When the male lead arrived at Tianyan Peak, he saw his third senior sister waiting for him. Senior sister Chu, I wonder what important matter you have to see me about so late at night. The third senior sister said, blushing. I came today to apologize to junior brother Yi on behalf of my senior brother. My senior brother was too forceful today, causing you to be injured. Junior brother Yi, I'm truly sorry for this. The male lead watched his third junior sister's bashful appearance. It was so lecherous. Actually, he didn't know that. Third junior sister's face turns red whenever she lies. After third junior sister composed herself, she continued her performance. Actually, it's all my senior brother's fault. He saw that my junior sister Ying had fallen for you at first sight. Jealousy arises in his heart. Junior brother Yi, you are innocent. Of course, all of this is to deceive him. Junior sister 3 deeply wishes she could slay the male lead right now. Upon hearing this, Yi Chen shed tears of emotion. As expected, this woman understands me. This prince has a premonition. From tonight onwards, that universally beloved, destined child aura is back. Saying this, he stepped forward, intending to give his third junior sister a loving hug. But she dodged him in time. Then, with a self-absorbed expression, he declared, "I know senior sister Chu didn't mean to. You're just too shy." Seeing the opportune moment, junior sister 3 suggested taking him for a good time. As a slight apology to the senior brother, before he could answer, junior sister 3 departed on her zither. Yi Chen saw this and summoned his flying sword. "Woman, you want to play hard to get, huh? I like this game." What Master Ling San didn't expect was that Yi Chen, this martial artist, and just a beginner, already possesses such divine martial arts. I guess there must be a master guiding him behind the scenes. How about it? Your heart is racing, isn't it, woman? I've used all my inner strength in this move. At this moment, the third junior sister suddenly stopped. She said she was going to bathe in the spirit spring ahead. She asked him to wait there for a moment. Elder Shi reminded him to be wary of a trap. The spiritual energy here is abundant. It's like an extremely rare innate spirit gathering place. Usually, places like this are provided by the sect for core disciples. Even for the cultivation grounds of the deacon elders, we should leave quickly. But faced with such temptation, how could Yi Chen leave? I, the son of destiny. Which crisis haven't I overcome? Half an hour later, Yi Chen was shivering from the cold outside. Why hasn't he come back yet? Didn't he say he was going to bathe in the spirit spring ahead? Should I go and say hello to her? At that moment, suddenly above, several girls appeared, cultivating in midair. So it turns out this place is Fengming Peak's territory. When he saw the 3 large characters Celestial Maiden Pool, he guessed that Chu Yue was deliberately stalling for time, waiting for him to approach. Soon, Yi Chen began his search. He finally discovered a woman bathing in the spiritual pool. He then ran toward the pool with a lecherous expression. "Sister Chu, I'm coming." But the next second, what greeted him was a splash of bathwater to the face. "Who is this little thief? You dare trespass into the Heavenly Woman Pond, the forbidden area of my Phoenix Peak." Yi Chen subconsciously swallowed. It's over. It's really over this time. How narcissistic is this male lead? After being caught peeking at a girl bathing, he doesn't choose to run away. He even took the initiative to approach her. Is this the superiority complex of a protagonist's halo? It turns out that after the male lead was caught peeking at the girl showering and slapped in the face, he froze on the spot. It's just that he saw a beautiful woman, and his old problem of being unable to move his feet struck again. Old Stone told him to leave quickly. This woman is a natural Azura battle body. Her killing intent is extremely heavy. Moreover, her strength far surpasses his. The male protagonist, however, thought Old Stone was worrying unnecessarily. He said that since his birth, he has a special, alluring aura. He even boasts that all beautiful women find him irresistible. Even this wildcat can't resist his charm. Just as the male lead confidently approaches, the girl slashes at him with her sword. "You peeping Tom, dare you smirk?" He really doesn't know when to quit. At this moment, the male lead finally realizes that the girl in front of him is no easy target. This domineering and sharp sword intent is something he can't resist. This woman really has murderous intent toward him. Elder Shi is also speechless. When I first met the male lead, he wasn't like this. He used to be full of passion, yet calm and composed. But ever since he met the villain, Lin Xiao, his personality gradually twisted. This made Elder Shi doubt whether he was truly the chosen one. Instead, it seemed Lin Xiao had incredibly good fortune. More like the person I'm looking for. At this time, several junior sisters appeared, and recognized Yi Chen's identity. So Zhu Wanning instructed her junior sisters to detain Yi Chen first, and report this matter to the master before making a decision. The third junior sister hiding in the bushes, seeing Jimu Diao so happy. But then I thought about how beautiful Zhu Wanning is, and how strong she is. Senior brother asked her to lure Yi Chen here. It's precisely because I understand Zhu Wanning's temperament and nature, that I guess senior brother might have a secret crush on Zhu Wanning. Thinking about this made the third senior sister furious. Lin Xiao also successfully restored the villain's persona, receiving numerous rewards. He even automatically comprehended the sword technique divine ability. Sword draws Azure Dragon true technique. But the next second, he felt that something was wrong. How could Yi Chen be severely injured by Zhu Wanqing? This shouldn't be the case. According to the original plot, the third junior sister visited Yi Chen. The two were talking, and as a result, they accidentally entered the territory of Fengming Peak. They had a fight with Zhu Wanqing. Yi Chen wasn't injured because the third junior sister intervened. But on second thought, this is fine too. That dog of a male lead, Yi Chen. With him around, forget about getting your hands on his treasured junior sister. Right now, the third junior sister's character is definitely collapsing. It seems I have to follow the storyline of the villainous senior brother. I can only place my hopes on the other two junior sisters. Next up is the second major plot point where the male lead shows off and slaps the antagonists in the face. The martial arts competition outside the Jian family. Right after Lin Xiao checked the items the system gave him, he was completely stunned. He now has a total of 87 divine abilities, large and small. This is freaking meant to make him, the villain. Is Yi-Chen going to be the main character himself and smash it? I originally planned to delete the cultivation experience pack. But unexpectedly, this dog system automatically activated forced cultivation improvement. He had never seen such a shameless system before. Not only did it directly raise his realm, but it also elevated him to the half-step golden core stage. He unlocked a new divine power for him. Just then, the third junior sister suddenly pushed the door open. The two of them froze, and the scene became awkward. Shy, the third junior sister shouted through her fingers. Big brother, you're such a pervert. To maintain his villain persona, how could Lin Xiao let go of such a good opportunity? He immediately embraced his junior martial sister. That sleazy expression. One word. Absolute. The villainous senior brother has taken the male lead's harem into his embrace. First, the innocent third senior sister took the initiative to throw herself into my arms. Now, here comes the aloof second senior sister, pursuing me across the land. The feeling of having them both is simply amazing. A quiet night. Lin Xiao brought the third senior sister to Shenluan Peak to admire the moon. Looking at the beautiful moonlight in the sky, third junior sister's face was full of happiness. The starry sky before her was the gift senior brother wanted to give her. Lin Xiao told her that this place was the best place on Shenluan Peak to view the stars and moon. Whenever he couldn't sleep at night, I would come here to enjoy the moon myself. At this time, the third senior sister suddenly asked, why did the senior brother suddenly think to lead Yi-Chen to senior sister Zhu to use her as a tool to kill him? And how could you be so certain that Yi-Chen would definitely fall for it, and that senior sister Zhu would definitely attack him? Lin Xiao looked embarrassed. He said he did it purely based on intuition. Otherwise, he couldn't say he knew Zhu Waning's character so well, or anything like that. In the original novel, Zhu Waning was exceptionally talented, possessing the primordial Azura battle body. She initially felt nothing for Yi-Chen, a frivolous and arrogant man. She was completely indifferent to him at first, but in the subsequent 5 Veins martial competition, after being unexpectedly defeated by Yi-Chen, the proud woman began to see him in a new light. In the Jian family's secret realm, they were trapped. To escape, they even cultivated the Qinlan twin swords together. But soon Lin Xiao noticed something was amiss. Not only did they meet prematurely, Zhu Waning even directly injured the male lead. A feud has been formed. Can they still cultivate together after this? At this moment, the third senior sister suddenly interrupted him. Since the eldest senior brother's heart is now free of resentment, then it's the junior sister's turn next. Another sudden scene. How can anyone resist such a cute junior martial sister? On this serene mountain peak, the junior martial sister publicly confessed her feelings to Lin Xiao, expressing her desire to become his Dao companion. I wonder if the senior martial brother will accept. Is this what a heart-fluttering feeling is like? Which man could resist such a cute junior sister? But at this moment, he must stay calm. He can't let the benefits cloud his judgment. The most important thing right now is to figure out why the third junior sister's character has changed. Lin Xiao shyly asked, don't you think your senior brother is already lecherous and annoying enough? You should know that on the Shenluan Peak, few people genuinely like him. The usually gentle and lovely third junior sister, with a serious expression, stated that she would never forget the first day she entered the mountain. When she was desperate and helpless, it was senior brother who gave her warmth. And when she accidentally broke a string on her chin at age 6, it was senior brother who stayed up all night to repair it for her. Lin Xiao is numb. How does the third junior sister know everything? Maintaining a villainous persona on the surface, but secretly, he's doing nice things. Lin Xiao wonders if it's because they discovered the things he's been doing behind their backs, so his persona changed. Could it be that the third senior apprentice sister at this moment doesn't actually like the villain Lin Xiao in the book? But it's about who I am now. Before Lin Xiao could react, the third senior sister proactively embraced the senior brother Lu Jin. Senior brother, will you accept Wei Wei's feelings? Lin Xiao was about to answer, but was kissed again by the third senior sister. And this awkward scene. And it just so happened that the second senior sister saw everything. The three of them were instantly stunned. Seeing this, Lin Xiao decided to go for broke today. Before the second senior sister could refuse, he pulled her into his arms. Truly, being the villain is the most fun. Actually, Lin Xiao was terrified inside. To fully commit to his villainous persona, Lin Xiao plans to get them drunk first. Just looking at his junior sister's expressions, I have a bad feeling about this. The male lead's harem is planning to force themselves on the villainous senior brother. It turns out the second disciple discovered the senior brother's secret a long time ago. The second disciple's family was destroyed when she was young. She was later taken back to Shenluan Peak by the master and accepted as a disciple. The second disciple diligently cultivated every day, only to become strong enough to avenge her family as soon as possible. But Lin Xiao only knew how to bully the second disciple when they were children. Every time my junior sister practices swordsmanship, I'll snatch her treasured sword away. Even when caught, she still has this little, mischievous expression. It's like she's saying, I'm just playing with her sword. Her sword is clumsy and heavy anyway. I don't want it. My second junior sister's hands are also full of scars from practicing the sword so much every day. They're worn and scarred. Actually, the eldest senior brother did this, only because he couldn't bear to see her hurt. After sneaking away, the eldest senior brother passed by his third junior sister's room, and found her crying inside. It was because the strings were broken that I was upset. The senior brother stepped forward to explain that he had secretly cut the strings. The reason was that the third junior sister's playing was too loud. It was so loud that he couldn't sleep at night. After learning that the strings were deliberately damaged by the senior brother, third junior sister wailed. Seeing this, the senior brother took out the music score she had always wanted, as an apology. But the music score was completely blank. Our senior brother has always been so clumsy since he was young. Even in his sleep, the third junior sister kept thinking about her. She kept cursing you, the round egg senior brother. The senior brother, in turn, felt helpless about it. To maintain his villainous image, there was nothing he could do. He could only feel sorry for his junior sisters. To prevent his third junior sister from being too heartbroken, Lin Xiao repaired the strings overnight. When she woke up in the morning and saw the repaired strings by her bed, his third junior sister finally showed a long-lost smile. But after he woke up from his drunkenness, he found himself tied up. He saw his second junior sister looking at him with a sickly sweet expression. Lin Xiao didn't expect that he would actually get so drunk. Just a moment ago, he was stargazing and moon-gazing with two junior sisters. The next second, he was tied up by a junior sister. What the hell just happened? Senior brother, look how pathetic our junior sister Yue is. She got drunk after just a few drinks. It seems only Xiaorong can keep senior brother company until he's drunk. My kind and gentle senior brother, you must have had a hard time acting all these years. Senior brother is numb. Could it be that his acting has long been seen through by the third junior sister? How amazing is the second junior sister's love token? He even gave his most personal belonging as a token of love. The pushed-over senior brother blushed shyly. The second senior sister said, Senior brother, you don't have to hide yourself anymore. I've known your secret for a long time. Senior brother looked at the second senior sister's sickly sweet expression. I'm scared to death. No one likes a deformed lover. But when I think about it, I'm the villain. So after brewing up some thoughts, I began my performance. Junior sister, go ahead, be bold. Senior brother, you're so adorable. But the next second, second senior sister unexpectedly kissed him. Lin Xiao was stunned. This is so unexpectedly shocking. Taking advantage of the slight feeling, second senior sister unexpectedly took off her stockings. It covered Lin Xiao's eyes. Since senior brother stole master's stockings, he must really like girls' clothes, right? This is a token of affection someone specially gave senior brother. Lin Xiao was stunned. How did she know he took master's things? Lin Xiao guessed that this plane's plot was completely ruined from the start of the timeline. It's all choices made in the Steins, Gate of Fate. It's all choices made at the Steins, Gate of Fate. At this time, the second senior sister's long brewing sneeze finally came out. At this moment, she seemed to have regained some clarity. Witnessing this awkward scene, I quickly explained that I was a little dizzy from drinking earlier, and that's why I offended senior brother. Lin Xiao looked speechless. The atmosphere was already building up, and then you let me down. At this time, the second junior sister solemnly explained the purpose of her visit. That is, next month's 5-sex martial arts competition. Each sect will determine its final contestants internally. She requested that Lin Xiao, as in previous years, not participate. She and her two sisters would represent Shinwan Peak. If that Yichen dares to be so audacious as to provoke the senior brother again, she can personally teach him a lesson. The senior brother immediately rejected this suggestion. He stated that as the senior disciple, he couldn't hide behind his junior sisters. He also declared that if Yichen dared to show himself again, he would go on stage and beat him until his own mother wouldn't recognize him. He even couldn't resist showing off a little before leaving, indicating that he now has no rivals. Lin Xiao had already secretly vowed in his heart that during this 5 factions martial arts tournament, he would seize the opportunity to have Yichen successfully slap his face. After all, such a good chance. How could he allow the plot to collapse again? Watching the back of senior brother leaving, senior brother really rejected it. Does this mean senior brother will truly follow the path predicted by the heavenly Tao's memory, and duel with Yi Chen, walking the road of no return? But thinking of the disciple initiation ceremony earlier today, senior brother crushed Yi Chen with a single sword, reversing his fate. She has faith in senior brother. The upcoming 5-sex martial arts competition will surely rewrite destiny once again. Looking at the third junior sister, who was already completely drunk, she sighed. Junior sister, oh junior sister, as long as you don't compete with senior sister for senior brother in the future, senior sister will still cherish you. I hope we won't have a day when we turn against each other. The chosen one almost died at the hands of his own harem. The male lead who was played, imprisoned in a dark, airless dungeon. At this moment, Yi Chen was like a stray dog. He blamed everything on Lin Xiao. If it weren't for him sending Chu Yue to use a beauty trick, how could he have ended up like this? Then Elder Shi told him to stop whining. A half-step divine transformation expert had arrived. It seems they're coming to execute your enforcement hall's Grand Elder. The next second, with a bang, the prison door was blown open. The person who arrived was Widow Su, and young Master Yi. You're finally in my hands. Speak. How do you want to die? Seeing Su Mei's murderous aura, the male lead trembled with fear. He quickly begged Elder Shi for help. This woman really intends to kill herself. Seeing that Elder Shi remained silent, Yi Chen then spoke threateningly. You are now a remnant soul parasitic on me. If I die, you won't have a good time either. If you save me today, from now on, I'll do whatever you say. Su Mei looked at the male lead's face, feeling only disgust. In her memory, he was the one with great destiny, stirring up Qinlan sect, and even the son of destiny of the entire central continent. Is this all you are, a coward clinging to life? You madwoman. What you wield is not a mortal cultivation technique. It's the sorcery of a devil cultivator. Su Mei was now bordering on madness. What heavenly Tao memory. What a tragic end. She was about to kill the male lead, but he reversed the situation. Just as the male lead was about to die, old Master Shi suddenly intervened and rescued the male lead from Su Mei. Su Mei also guessed that he was the person Yi Chen should be the mysterious expert mentioned in his memories. It's a pity that the script only outlines a rough picture of the future. What is the background of the expert behind Yi Chen? It has never been revealed. Thinking about the upcoming Five Veins martial arts competition, if we don't stop Yi Chen, the consequences will be unimaginable. Recalling Lin Zhao's actions in the script before, he should have been an insignificant person who died a lonely death. But at the apprenticeship ceremony, he changed his own destiny. It's speculated that Lin Zhao is the key figure who will change the entire situation. Su Mei showed a sickly sweet expression. She swore that this time, she would definitely keep Lin Zhao firmly in her grasp. The male lead is frantically escaping right now. Elder Shi continues to advise him from the side. Use this opportunity to leave Qinlan sect. As the child of destiny, you will have many more opportunities in the future. Wait until you achieve great results and become a god king. Then return here and destroy Qinlan sect. Isn't it beautiful? Then the male lead stopped. He declared himself the chosen one. Those who oppose him will die. Otherwise, he'd rather not be the chosen one. We're just using each other. Why bother making yourself sound so great? With a sigh, old Shi bowed his head again. Then he asked the male lead what he planned to do next. Naturally, the male lead intended to tell Elder Yuan Yi about Lin Zhao and Chu Yue's conspiracy to frame him. He would make Lin Zhao pay the price. Elder Shi reminded Yi Chen at this time that the aura of an ancient demon was mixed within that Yuan Yi Daoist. It's possible that he is a spy, planted within a major sect, an insider working for the righteous path's enemies. Upon hearing this, Yi Chen burst into laughter. It's perfect. I'll join forces with this guy to destroy Qinlan sect together. Just one letter from him, and his non-blood related, beautiful younger sister, Yi Xianer, will lead 800,000 elite Beichuan cavalry to cooperate with the forces of the demon cult and completely destroy the Qinlan sect. At this moment, Elder Shi is utterly disappointed in the male lead. He cannot distinguish between right and wrong, unable to distinguish between good and evil. This child is beyond saving. Then he thought of the person hidden in Qinlan sect who was trying to steal Yi Chen's good fortune. Perhaps clinging to this person's power wouldn't be so bad. The son of destiny unexpectedly drew the demon sword. It turned out that after escaping, the protagonist unexpectedly arrived at the Jian family's secret realm. Elder Shi recognized it at a glance. The Jian family's secret realm is a place where the Qinlan sect specifically uses to forge their disciples' life-bound spirit swords. It only opens once every 10 years. The male lead, upon hearing this, said, "It contains incredibly powerful weapons." Elder Shi's face was filled with excitement. He told Yi Chen that as long as he could successfully obtain one, it would represent a qualitative leap in his own strength as a cultivator. That's why so many people try to join Qinlan sect every year. Elder Shi sensed something within the Jian family. There is a mysterious and pure power. It is speculated that it could be a great opportunity for Yi Chen. Upon hearing this, Yi Chen's face lit up with excitement. Just a second ago, he was being hunted. And now, he encounters such an opportunity. This must be fitting for his identity as the chosen one. But at that moment, Elder Shi suddenly stopped him. He was afraid that the Sword Clan was full of dangers. With his current strength, entering would be a one-way trip to death. Yi Chen, however, believed that the Sword Clan, which had been closed for years, was now opening because of his arrival. This was clearly an opportunity specially set up for him. With this opportunity, he will definitely be able to trample Lin Zhao underfoot. In the end, Yi Chen ignored Old Shi's advice and entered the Sword Clan. Through their continuous exploration, Old Shi finally found the source of the mysterious power. It was at the moment the stone door opened. Yi Chen quickly rushed inside. What met his eyes was a strange demonic sword, stuck in the coffin. Elder Shi was puzzled as to why there was a demonic weapon within the immortal sect, but Yi Chen didn't care about that. Only such a demonic weapon is worthy of this prince's status. At this moment, Elder Shi once again stopped Yi Chen from acting rashly. He reminded him that this magic sword had an extremely evil suppressing seal. This situation must have a significant hidden story. It's not something he can handle. Yi Chen glared fiercely at Elder Shi behind him after hearing this. He can't handle it. So, do you think that person within the Qinlan sect, who stole his good fortune, has a chance of success? Elder Shi told him helplessly, comparing the current state of his good fortune. That person might indeed have a chance of success. The male lead flew into a rage upon hearing this. Why can he? But I can't. Today, I'll let you see who the true chosen one is. The moment Yi Chen drew the demonic sword, demonic energy surged from the coffin. At that moment, Elder Shi also sensed the presence from the upper realm. At this moment, Yi Chen was on the verge of madness. He claimed that this was a great opportunity specially prepared for him. It would turn the world around. The day was near. In the next second, Xiao Hongling appeared in front of the male lead. At this moment, Yi Chen had a bewildered look on his face. How could Lin Zhao's master be here? At this moment, Xiao Hongling slowly spoke. You really were able to break this seal. It was worth someone leading you here. And Lin Zhao stared at the cracked teacup. A bad feeling instantly surged in his heart. The glorious and dashing male protagonist, the son of destiny, should have had all the women in the world admiring him. But now all of that belongs to the villainous senior brother. Actually, in Yi Chen's previous life, after he pulled out the demonic sword, the matriarch of Qinlan sect, Yu Ji, appeared, and bestowed the power of Qinlan sect's ancestral vein upon the male protagonist. As repayment for helping her lift the seal, Yi Chen revealed his true nature afterwards. The current state of Qinlan sect's decline is all thanks to him. At this time, the male lead no longer hides it, declaring that as long as the master takes his senior sisters, be obedient and submissive to him, and he will help you protect Qinlan sect. Otherwise, he will annihilate Qinlan. Time went back to before Yi Chen entered the Jian family. Xiao Hongling, following the heavenly Tao's memory, arrived at the location of the demon sword. She didn't understand who it was. I will seal Yueji here, but no matter her purpose, since she already knew beforehand, then naturally, it cannot go as Yi Chen wishes. This magic sword is Yi Chen's opportunity. Therefore, she must take it beforehand, so Yi Chen's life would end here. But Xiao Hongling tried her best. The magic sword remained motionless. Indeed, only the true son of destiny can draw this magic sword, so she came up with a plan. That is, to lure Yi Chen into the Jian family and have him draw the demon sword. Then she'll intercept him halfway. That way, all of Yi Chen's efforts will be in vain. Time comes after Yi Chen draws the demon sword. Xiao Hongyuan makes a grand entrance at this moment. Seeing this, Elder Shi quickly reminds the male lead that the situation is not good, told him to quickly escape from this place of turmoil. But the male lead's eyes lit up. He saw the unexpected appearance of Xiao Hongling as his opportunity. Old Shi is frustrated. You really are impossible to deal with, facing such a charming and enchanting master. As the son of destiny, he too had fallen into a trap. At this moment, Yi Chen thought to himself, as long as I can capture Xiao Hongyuan, that immortal stick of Lin Xiao will bow down and submit. Just as he was daydreaming, Xiao Hongyuan suddenly threw him flying, and mocked Yi Chen to know his place. Only someone who could make her, Xiao Hongling, look up to him. It's her disciple, Lin Xiao. As for you, what are you? At this moment, Yi Chen was inwardly devastated. He's clearly the destined one. All the women in the world should adore him. But why has all of this gone to Lin Xiao? Elder Shi tells Yi Chen to flee quickly. He senses that Xiao Hongling has murderous intent. But Yi Chen seems not to understand the situation yet. He thought he was the chosen one of fate, and that he would never easily meet his end. But who would have thought that the next second, he was sent flying several meters by Xiao Hongling. At this moment, Xiao Hongling had only one thought, to destroy Yi Chen and rewrite the fate of Qinlan sect. But just as her sword was about to pierce Yi Chen, protected by heaven's will, Yi Chen once again escapes danger, and he sends down heavenly thunder, severely injuring Xiao Hongyuan. The son of destiny is beaten to a pulp by his master. Even the old man Shi in the ring was dragged out and given a good beating. Just as Xiao Hongyuan was about to finish the male lead with a sword, she unexpectedly received heaven's protection, severely injured by the falling thunder. The male lead feels like he's back in action. I, your master, am truly the son of destiny. Anyone who dares to attack me will suffer the consequences. Thinking back to Xiao Hongling's humiliation of him just now, he will avenge this today. Or else, is he even a man? Xiao Hongyuan, at this moment, with her heavily injured body, struggled to stand up. Even though she was covered in wounds, she would still kill Yi Chen. But every time he tries to kill Yi Chen, he will be punished by the will of heaven. At this moment, Yi Chen had a lecherous look on his face. Give up, Xiao Xianzuan. He will make sure you die with dignity. Then he extended his claws toward Xiao Hongyuan. Xiao Hongling felt immense self-blame and unwillingness. In this life, she ultimately failed to protect her beloved disciple. But just as Yi Chen was about to succeed, the jade pendant he always wore suddenly glowed. Heaven's protection unexpectedly dissipated. At this time, Elder Shi hurriedly reminded Yi Chen to be careful. The heavenly thunder was dispelled, but Yi Chen remained calm. He then reminded Xiao Hongyuan, if she dared to attack him, a second and third heavenly thunder would follow immediately. He threatened that no one in this world could stop him anymore. However, Xiao Hongyuan had no intention of taking action to kill Yi Chen this time. Although killing him was not an option, could she not even strike him? She then launched a fierce attack on Yi Chen, ventilating her dissatisfaction. At this moment, Yi Chen had been beaten into a swollen mess. It's truly unbearable to watch. Before leaving, she erased today's memories from Yi Chen's mind. But just as Xiao Hongling was leaving, she suddenly turned back. I almost forgot about you, old man. I really feel sorry for old Shi. Following the son of destiny around, he gets beaten up 9 out of 10 days. I'd call him the most unfortunate angel investor. Yu Ji also appeared at this time. They originally planned to lure Yi Chen here in advance. They killed him without anyone noticing. Unexpectedly, the heavenly Tao of the Child of Destiny actually protected Yi Chen to such an extent. Fortunately, the jade pendant on Xiao Hongling blocked the tribulation for her. And this jade pendant was from Lin Zhao's childhood. I personally gave it to Xiao Hong. It seems that fate has changed. Yueji guesses the only one who can stop Yi Chen seems to be only Lin Zhao. The only course of action is before the plot unfolds. They too should quickly help Lin Zhao. I have to pave the way forward. The innocent and naive fourth junior sister suddenly barged into the villainous senior brother's room, and saw the eldest senior brother completely naked. At this moment, inside the senior disciple dormitory of Shinlwan Peak, the eldest senior brother is taking a bath in his room. He didn't expect the three masters' pearl to be hidden so deeply. She looked so pure and elegant, a perfect image of a mature and sophisticated woman. But he didn't expect her to have two faces. He had planned to take a nap after his shower, but the fourth senior sister suddenly barged in. Senior brother, the Grandmaster sent someone to tell you to go to Dragonhead Peak. That Yi Chen, before the headmaster, wailed and accused you and the third senior sister. Lin Zhao only then realized that he wasn't wearing any clothes. It was truly an utterly embarrassing moment. But when in doubt, villain literature. Since I'm the villain, what am I afraid of? So he started teasing the fourth junior sister. But the innocent and naive fourth junior sister didn't understand Lin Zhao's sweet talk at all. Lin Zhao also looked speechless. If the second and third junior sisters were here, they would probably have blushed. She really doesn't understand anything. Truly the most innocent and pure little angel in the original work. In order to restore the villain's persona, he actually said such shameless things to such an innocent junior sister. It's infuriating. My heart aches. So he quickly ushered his junior sister out of the room, to put on some clothes himself. The junior sister, having closed the door behind her, looked sickly and cute. Senior brother's physique is amazing. She vowed to defeat Yi Chen during the 5-sex martial arts competition. She would obtain senior brother no matter the cost. On the other side, Zhu Wanning, asleep, also awakened her heavenly Tao memories at this moment. Countless Qinlan sect disciples died in those memories, but Yi Chen told her to hurry and save Xiao Hongyuan and the other junior sisters. Seeing such a hypocritical male lead, Zhu Wanning felt extreme disgust towards him. If Yi Chen hadn't deliberately delayed them along the way, Qinlan sect wouldn't have ended up in such a state. Now, only Master Xiao and 3 junior sisters are fighting desperately to save Master Xiao and the junior sisters of Shinlwan Peak. Even though she is so unwilling to work with Yi Chen, she still activated the protective sect formation with him. Your junior sister survived, but her master and fellow junior sisters all died tragically, just when Yi Chen thought his plan was foolproof. Unbeknownst to him, Xiao Hongyuan and her junior sisters had already seen through his hypocritical facade. A knock on the door startled Zhu Wanning from her sleep. It turned out that Yi Chen was accusing her of conspiring with the third senior sister of Shinlwan Peak. So the headmaster asked her to go to Dragonhead Peak. Zhu Wanning, who has now awakened her heavenly Tao memories, also secretly vowed in her heart that she would definitely not let this damned Yi Chen go. Her only question now is, who is the shower that Master Xiao mentioned? The aloof and unparalleled junior sister Zhu secretly harbors affection for the villainous senior brother, and even proactively stepped forward to defend Lin Xiao. Outside the Dragonhead Peak Palace at this moment, the junior sister urged Lin Xiao to hurry inside, to prevent Yi Chen from adding fuel to the fire inside. Just then, a voice called out to Lin Xiao, and the person who came was also summoned at the same time. Zhu Wanning, the top disciple under Su Saifu of Fengming Peak. In the original work, Zhu Wanning is the male leads. Hard one, exquisite concubine. The senior brother looked lecherous, looking at Zhu Wanning in front of me, wearing black silk. This made the little junior sister beside me furious. Based on Zhu Wanning's feelings for Yi Chen in the original work, it seems she wants to discuss a strategy on how to successfully rescue Yi Chen. But unexpectedly, Zhu Wanning didn't play by the rules, accusing Yi Chen of being audacious and lecherous for trespassing into the celestial maiden pool. As the chief disciples, we must join forces to severely punish him. We must ensure he can never turn the tables. Lin Xiao was stunned. But then he declared that his actions and conduct were above reproach. Although Yi Chen is guilty, his sect's ironclad laws determine his fate. He also asked Zhu Wanting not to add insult to injury. The junior sister behind him looked displeased. When did senior brother become so righteous? Yet senior brother didn't dare to stop for a moment. He hurriedly took the junior sister and left. Afraid of getting entangled with Zhu Wanting again, and making the plot even more absurd. Watching her senior brother leave, Zhu Wanting felt shy. She didn't expect her senior brother to be so upright, so different from what she imagined. Meanwhile, inside the Shenshao Palace's grand hall, the peak masters had already gathered. Lin Xiao had just arrived when Yi Chen started his dramatic performance. Seeing this, Lin Xiao was speechless. The Yi Shenhuang, who was decisive and unrivaled in the original story, was defeated by this minor villain, and then knelt down and wept before the demon sect spy. All Lin Xiao can do now is to do his best to keep this guy alive until the Five Veins martial arts competition. Then he gave Yi Chen the international hand gesture, and when he made eye contact with the male lead just now, he didn't feel the overwhelming pressure that usually comes with a chosen one aura. Could it be that this young one's luck has begun to decline? At this moment, the sect leader asked Lin Xiao why Chu Yue was absent. Lin Xiao replied that the third junior sister overexerted herself while practicing the Guqin last night. She injured her heart veins and is resting in her dormitory. Then, the sect leader began questioning Lin Xiao whether he had instructed Chu Yue to trick Yi Chen into going to the Heavenly Maiden Pool. Lin Xiao was numb. How should he explain to clear his relationship with him without getting Yi Chen killed? The fat man, the old Taoist, reassured Yi Chen. With his connections and reputation built over the years within the sect, if no one stands up for Lin Xiao today, he would undoubtedly die. Who would have thought that in the next second, Widow Su stepped forward and said that since Xiao Hongling wasn't here today, she would stand in for her and personally support Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao was so moved at this moment, he could hardly contain his emotions. Yi Chen, on the other hand, wore a face full of unwillingness. He was so filled with hatred. Why is Lin Xiao, this lucky celestial stick, so lucky? And at this moment, he had a bold guess. Could Lin Xiao be the one that old Master Shi mentioned? The child of destiny who's hijacking his luck? Then Widow Su echoed Lin Xiao in the hall. Widow Su originally wanted to help Lin Xiao get out of this. Unexpectedly, Jing admitted that he sent the third junior sister last night to apologize to Yi Chen on his behalf, because Lin Xiao knew very well that the third junior sister went to Tianyan Peak to find Yi Chen that night. There was a high probability she would encounter other disciples from Tiantang Peak. Rather than hide it, it was better to openly admit it. But then Lin Xiao explained his intention, simply asking his third junior sister to ease the feud between him and Yi Chen. Unexpectedly, his third junior sister found him in a rush, saying that she had accidentally gotten separated from Yi Chen, and had searched everywhere but couldn't find him. This incredible reverse operation, not only did he convince everyone it was a misunderstanding, but he also earned the worshipful gazes of his disciples. He treated his defeated opponent with the warmth of spring. Chief Lin is truly a gentleman. This made the male lead beside him furious. It was clearly a deliberate setup. Now, he's come to apologize. Widow Su flew into a rage upon hearing this. This scared Yi Chen half to death. Luckily, the fat Taoist priest stepped in to smooth things over. Widow Su then asked Lin Xiao, who could testify for him and his junior sister. To prove Lin Xiao's innocence. While detaining Yi Chen, she did indeed see Shenhuan Peaks. Junior sister Chu asking other disciples if they had seen Yi Chen. These words directly prove that this whole thing was a misunderstanding. Although Zhu Wanting never met Lin Xiao, but in the heavenly Tao's memory, she learned of his discerning eye, that he was the first to see through Yi Chen's hypocrisy. Therefore, she planned to, before all this happened, fight alongside her senior brother and send Yi Chen to hell. Yi Chen flew into a rage upon hearing this, accusing several people of being in cahoots. Then he started his acting performance. He bitterly pleaded with the seated elders to help him. Lin Xiao looked happy at the sight. This brat unexpectedly knew how to adapt to the situation at this crucial moment. It's a pity that you're still too young. Lin Xiao completely transformed, embodying the righteous path. Junior brother Yi, I know you're emotional and speaking without thinking, but you can't let the unfair treatment you've suffered cloud your judgment. How could you forge a pure and upright heart on the path if you allow that? This dramatic performance also successfully won over the onlookers. Yi Chen, who was about to defend himself, was silenced by the fat Taoist priest. His face darkened. Yi Chen was forced to admit it was an accident. He vowed to repay this debt with blood in the future. So the fat Taoist also took the opportunity to smooth things over, explaining that the whole thing was a misunderstanding, and getting Yi Chen to soften his stance, shake hands, make peace, and apologize. Yi Chen looked unwilling. Clearly he was the only victim in this incident. He'd been beaten to a pulp. In the end, he still has to apologize to this immortal stick. But a true man can both endure and bend. Though filled with reluctance and helplessness, he still publicly apologizes to Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao saw that things had finally come to an end, so he decided to make peace with a handshake. Who knew that the next second, Yi Chen would be knocked out by his master? Xiao Hongling hurried to Lin Xiao. She declared that as long as she, the master, was here today, no one in Qinglan's sect would dare to touch Lin Xiao. Yi Chen was numb. Why is it always me who gets hurt? Lin Xiao quickly explained to his master that it was all a misunderstanding. Just now, Yi Chen came over to shake hands and make peace. With a look of embarrassment, Xiao Hongling quickly took Lin Xiao back to Shenhuan Peak, leaving the younger junior sister all alone here. The younger junior sister looked displeased. As soon as the master arrived, her senior brother's eyes were no longer on her. It was clearly them who arrived first. The several seat holders saw that Xiao Hongyuan was becoming increasingly disorganized, so they decided to send someone to intervene. The widow Su immediately volunteered. It just so happened that she greatly admired Lin Xiao's qualifications. She knew her junior sister's temperament better than anyone. Just leave this to other people. The widowed Su knew that if she didn't act soon, Lin Xiao would be snatched away by Xiao Hongling. She would never allow her prey to escape. The villainous senior brother publicly confessed his love to his master, and this sudden confession made Master Leng very happy. Lin Xiao, after proving his innocence, was immediately brought back to Shenhuan Peak by his master. We're finally home. You don't have to be afraid of others bullying you anymore. At this moment, Lin Xiao was speechless. I'm freaking terrified you'll wildly change the plot. One wrong move and he'll knock out the chosen one. The master seems to be upset with him. Lin Xiao quickly explained. After surviving the calamity, he's just happy to be alive. Xiao Hongyuan could tell he was dissatisfied. He felt today's actions were unnecessary. My mood also became exceptionally low. Lin Xiao also erupted at this moment. He felt that Xiao Hongyuan was somewhat extreme today. Although Yi Chen is not a good person, he truly didn't mean to harm her. The master, without investigating the truth, severely injured him. After pouring out his heart, Lin Xiao felt a surge of panic. He braced himself to be sent flying by his master's slap, but his master didn't react. Instead, she stood there and wept. Xiao Hongyuan hadn't expected this time that she wouldn't care about anyone's opinion. But Lin Xiao actually views her this way. She only wanted to protect her beloved disciple today. Could this possibly be wrong? Thinking back to what Yu Ji said earlier, could it be that Lin Xiao truly doesn't have a single ounce of feeling for her? Then let our relationship end here as master and disciple. No illusions, no hurt. But just as she was heartbroken, Lin Xiao suddenly hugged her from behind. What villainous senior brother. What ascension to immortality. The plot is ruined. All of you, step aside. Master's grace is boundless. If one cannot repay kindness, what's the difference between them and a salted fish? Then Lin Xiao recounted the question his master had asked him that day. The eldest senior brother expressed with deep emotion. I am willing to spend my whole life by my master's side, forever and always. The sudden confession caught the master off guard, leaving him flustered. He didn't expect that Lin Xiao could be so charming. Lin Xiao looked at his master, happy as a little girl. He swore that before ascending to immortality, he would never allow his master to shed tears again. Inside the Lotus Cave, Xiao Hongyuan solemnly instructed Lin Xiao that in the upcoming 5-sex tournament, he must dominate and slay all opponents. His name shook the entire eastern region's cultivation world. The senior brother was speechless. Master, why are you rewriting the script again? Lin Xiao quickly began to mock himself. My aptitude is mediocre. It seems I'm not destined to become a generation-defining prodigy in this life. Xiao Hongling saw his careless and nonchalant manner. Learning of Lin Xiao's thoughts, she was also deeply moved. So she proactively offered to help Lin Xiao undergo a complete transformation. This would also allow him to stay with her and her 3 junior sisters for a longer time. However, this method might cause Xiao Hongyuan paid a small price. It was mentioned in the original text that the master is the reincarnation of the celestial Yin Sword Emperor. Could it be that the master really wants to give himself a great fortune? But he's only one step away from becoming an immortal, so he really doesn't need it. So I quickly brought out fine wine to change the subject. Master, this is one of the 10 rarest immortal brews. The Mirror Flower Brew. Let's drink till we drop tonight. Luckily, this prop saved him. Fine wine is truly master's one true love. The villainous senior brother did such a cute thing to his master. He even secretly kissed his sleeping master before leaving. In his past life, during the 5-sex martial arts competition, the senior brother was unhappy about being humiliated by the male lead before. So he stole his master's absolute heaven Black Lotus to get revenge. But he was discovered by his master. Lin Xiao, you dared to steal the Jinzai Lin Xiao Jing, and you even stealthily attacked your fellow disciples with the absolute Black Lotus. I am so utterly disappointed in you. Lin Xiao hurriedly explained that Yi Chen's words couldn't be trusted. But master was already completely disappointed in Lin Xiao, and took him to the cliff of reflection to face the wall. Lin Xiao felt 1,000 grievances in his heart, but what pained him most was his master's attitude towards him. What Lin Xiao didn't know, however, was that Xiao Hongyuan had only saved Lin Xiao from the consequences, on the condition that she imparted her sword intent to him. But when she arrived at the cliff of reflection, only to find my beloved disciple had committed suicide here, whenever I dream of what happened in my past life, I can't help but cry. This time, Master will absolutely not let the previous tragedy repeat itself. Lin Xiao also didn't expect that the wine rewarded by the system would be so effective. Even my master, that drunkard, is drunk. Looking at my master, who's been made drunk, Lin Xiao had a mischievous grin. If I don't do something bad, it would be a disservice to my villainous identity. Then he took out the next tools for his self-destruction. I've gotten my hands on the absolute heaven Black Lotus. According to the original plot, before the 5-sex martial arts competition, Lin Xiao, in order to crush Yi Chen, lost his mind and secretly entered his master's cave, stealing the forbidden treasure, the absolute heaven Black Lotus, from the divine Swan Peak. It was also because of this opportunity that Master was greatly disappointed in him. This time, he not only wanted to take away the absolute heaven Black Lotus, but there was also something else he had always wanted to do. That was to gently pinch her little face while Master was sound asleep. The feel was simply amazing. Lin Xiao, after doing all this, before leaving, he gave his master a deeply affectionate kiss on the cheek. Little did he know, Xiao Hongling had actually been pretending to sleep the whole time. She hadn't expected Lin Xiaojing to kiss her secretly, and he did it so skillfully. At this moment, Yu Ji also suddenly appeared. It turned out Xiao Hongling had calculated everything perfectly. Lin Xiao, this little guy, really knows how to steal treasures. Luckily, Xiao Hongyuan had been prepared in advance. She had Yueji purify the sinister demonic aura of the Ju Tian Black Lotus. The Ju Tian Black Lotus has now transformed into the true heaven-tier treasure, the 9 nether green lotus. Even Yueji couldn't see through Xiao Hongyuan. Could it be that her memory contains fragments of a forgotten celestial law? That's why she glimpsed a bit of the future. Xiao Hongyuan said upon hearing this, a mere glimpse is far from enough. Senior Yuji once said that Yi Chen is a man carrying the great destiny of the upper realm. To completely eliminate him, we must first drain his fortune. Yueji told her that a turning point seemed to have appeared. It turned out that when Lin Xiao entered, Yueji smelled on Lin Xiao a trace of golden fortune from the heavens. Xiao Hongyuan was shocked upon hearing this. Could Xiao also be a child of destiny from the upper realm? Actually, Lin Xiao is just an ordinary person. Yuji guesses that he should be, under Xiao Hongyuan's silent efforts, not only beginning to reverse his destiny, but also about to counterattack and retaliate against the child of destiny. The Yandra junior sister publicly confessed to her villainous senior brother. She even kissed him without a word of warning. Naturally, Lin Xiao, the villainous senior brother, wasn't one to be outdone. Since she was 8, the junior sister had been rigorously trained by the elders every day. She spent her days facing ferocious spirit beasts and subduing them. Whenever the junior sister was in danger, Lin Xiao would come to her rescue. But she still couldn't escape Lin Xiao's belittling and mockery. My junior sister is truly useless. At the critical moment, we still have to rely on others. Even the elder who taught her beast-controlling techniques is utterly disappointed in her. She's truly cowardly. She's not suited to be a beast controller. But even so, the junior apprentice sister still refused to give up, because she wanted to personally destroy the demon beast that killed her parents. That night, the junior apprentice sister was awakened by a sound. When she went outside, she discovered that the demon beast that had killed her parents had actually been slain, and the one who killed that beast was none other than her senior brother who teases her every day. The once weak 4th junior sister is now capable of commanding such high-level beasts. All of this is thanks to the senior brother she has always been thinking about. When Lin Xiao was secretly pinching his little junior sister from behind, the junior sister guessed the visitor was her senior brother. It was because she had deeply imprinted her senior brother's breath and scent in her mind. Lin Xiao looked relieved. This was his innocent and lovely 4th junior sister, the one who controlled all beasts and vowed to raise Qinglan's sect to the ground that day. The darkened Yandra must be an illusion. At this moment, junior sister looked excited. She said she had a gift to give to senior brother. And so, junior sister unknowingly led Lin Xiao far away. When Lin Xiao removed the white veil, the sky was filled with the colorful fire phoenixes she had prepared for him. Lin Xiao was extremely shocked to see this scene. This is an extremely rare ancient innate spirit beast, even when considering the entire How-To continent. No wonder the original work hinted that the one who could truly destroy the world was this inconspicuous little girl. Lin Xiao was puzzled as to why his junior sister would give him these things. The junior sister shyly said, Ying had asked her senior brother what his favorite spirit beast was. The senior brother said he liked the rarest and most difficult to find things in this world. So she thought of this 7-colored fire phoenix. Lin Xiao was deeply moved at this moment. Actually, Lin Xiao's initial intention was to reunite with his family. He didn't expect that a casual remark of his would cause his junior sister to worry for so long. Seeing Lin Xiao's silence, his junior sister thought her gift wasn't to his liking. so she quickly apologized to her senior brother. Senior brother has never been interested in beast taming, so why would he like these phoenixes? But the next second, Lin Xiao unexpectedly pulled his junior sister into his arms, and said he really liked this gift. Hearing this, the junior sister happily leaped up. She loved senior brother the most. The fearless villainous senior brother even became shy at this moment. Finally, the junior sister bid farewell to singlehood with a passionate kiss. Lin Xiao was stunned. Is this still his innocent and pure junior sister? Even he, a villain, feels inferior. To maintain his lecherous villain persona, Lin Xiao directly seized the initiative, and the stage was his from then on. Unexpectedly, his junior sister, with a sickly and lovesick expression, said that her senior brother had been using the same harsh words for all these years, and didn't he get tired of it? Suddenly, a deafening sound came from the horizon. It interrupted their conversation. 7 colorful orbs appeared in the sky, falling at a visible speed. Finally, the 7 orbs collided with Mount Taizong in the distance. Only then did Lin Xiao realize that place seemed to be Mount Taizong, where the 6 saints of Qinglan resided. It's over, it's over. It's really over this time. The son of destiny was mercilessly abandoned by Old Stone. Don't bully the young and poor doesn't work anymore. At this moment, atop the Qinglan sect, on Mount Taizong, the sword saint of Qinglan immortal sect, Tao Wu True Monarch, had a puzzled expression. It turns out that the heavenly Tao did not respond to their prayers. The 7-star life praying formation has completely failed. Tao Wu True Monarch stated that the martial arts tournament of the 5 sects will soon begin. The champion of this round will be the one chosen by the heavens, so he instructed that she be brought to Taizong Mountain then. He would personally impart the sect's most precious treasure to defend against the demonic sect's threat. This was also the last thing he could do before his passing. Grand Master Tai Wu learned that Xiao Hongyuan had recently been guiding disciples in their cultivation, and he was very pleased. He then ordered that after his passing and ascension, if the evil beings in the abyss of the coiling dragon break the seal, everything will depend on Xiao Hongling to lead the way. That's because he knows Xiao Hongyuan is the greatest trump card of the Qinglan sect. At the same time, the senior brother thought that the vision should be the 7 stars life-saving formation. According to the original novel's plot, on the eve of the 5 sects martial arts competition, gathering the power of all the elders, they used the Qinglan forbidden ancient method, the 7-star prayer for life array, to prolong the lifespan of the sword saint, Grand Master Tai Wu, who was about to die. In Qinglan sect, only he could barely match his master, the reincarnation of the Taiyin Sword Emperor. Why did this powerful cultivator at the Harmony Realm die prematurely? It's because he constantly consumed his life essence, suppressing the big boss in the sect's forbidden area. That is, the heavenly winning blood demon, the master of the fat Taoist. Lin Xiao didn't expect the plot to collapse like this. According to the original plot, after the male lead wins the championship, he was then sent to find the Qinglan sword in the Panlong Abyss. And there, he obtained his second stroke of luck. Yueji, the stunning beauty from the upper realm. But now, the Qinglan sword has been forcibly given to Lin Xiao by the system. What will the male lead use to defend against the demon sect? Thinking of this, Lin Xiao's face darkened. Seeing this, the junior sister quickly stepped forward to comfort Lin Xiao. Senior brother, don't worry, I will protect you. At this moment, Lin Xiao was struggling internally. Only he, who knew the script well, could easily defeat the demons, protecting the master and the junior sister's safety. Meanwhile, the male lead, beaten to a pulp by Xiao Hongling, is venting his frustration. He even vowed that once he rises to power, he will skin Lin Xiao alive. Seeing him like this, yet still unwilling to give up, Elder Shi was speechless. I told him to bypass Qinglan sect a long time ago. Even now, he's still the heaven-chosen one with great destiny, and I reminded the male lead that after he arrives at Qinglan sect, all the women he encounters are constantly racking their brains to send him to his death. Instead, Lin Xiao, the one he hates the most, has been protecting him. Yi Chen's face soured upon hearing this. He felt that Elder Shi was merely trying to mock him. Seeing this, Elder Shi said no more. He decided to help him one last time, to help Yi Chen win the martial arts competition. Having said his piece, Elder Shi returned to his ring. He fell silent. Seeing this, Yi Chen quickly apologized, and promised Elder Shi a bright future. When he achieved Dao, he would help him rebuild his physical body. Unfortunately, Elder Shi was truly disheartened this time. No matter how much he begged, Elder Shi still ignored him. Just then, the fat Taoist unexpectedly arrived. Their meeting began with a flamboyant display of acting. Yi Chen wasn't a fool, he let the Taoist get straight to the point. The fat Taoist intended to cooperate fully with Yi Chen, if he could obtain Yi Xianer's 800,000. With the help of Beichuan Jingqi, how could any major task fail? Yi Chen looked surprised. How did he know that I have a sister? Yi Chen agreed to cooperate, but he hoped he could promise him one thing. That is the 5 Meridian Martial Arts Tournament a month from now. He will take the place of Tianyan Peak in the battle, and reassure them that after half a month, not only will his injuries have fully healed, but his strength will also leap like a carp becoming a dragon. Although the fat old Taoist is unwilling, after thinking it over, he realizes that the youth is indeed a child of destiny. Maybe he really does have some hidden cards. The corpulent old master told Yi Chen, the chief disciple of the main lineage, that your senior brother Chen Feng has requested to fight for his master. The other 2 spots have already been decided. This matter is rather difficult. Yi Chen said, Master, you don't need to be troubled. Half a month later, he will compete with Chen Feng. A contest of skills, fighting for the qualification to participate in the martial arts gathering. Anyone who has been a villain knows. The small life is incredibly carefree. The daily routine is just sleeping, goofing off, and lying flat. Lin Xiao was really upset when he returned to his room. Earlier, junior sister Tu had advised him not to participate in the 5-sex martial arts tournament, and that was fine. Now even junior sister Xiao has come to persuade him. What the heck is going on? This senior brother had been playing the role of the turtle in previous years. Why are they so certain he'll participate this time? But right now, Lin Xiao's biggest concern is, since a moment ago, his wisdom tooth has had a faint, burning pain. Lin Xiao, blushing, oh no, things don't seem good. The next second, a golden lotus appeared. Due to the effects of the 10 gathering chi pills, the system automatically activated for Lin Xiao. A rapid, no internal consumption cultivation mode. He broke through to the early stage of the golden core realm. Lin Xiao looked speechless. The protagonist Yi Chen is diligently upgrading himself step by step under the old man's guidance. He's steadily improving his cultivation. But this villain directly became a golden core cultivator. When he meets Yi Chen at the 5-sex martial arts competition, he'll hardly be able to lose. So Lin Xiao decided to come to the illusionary spirit cave mansion and lie flat. I only do 3 things every day: sleeping, looking at the photos, and slacking off. Yet even so, under the high-speed, low-friction cultivation mode, Lin Xiao only took 10 days to automatically cultivate to the middle stage of golden core. Even his breathing has become stronger. It's truly outrageous. At this time, Huaizhen paid a sudden visit. It turned out that the master had summoned all the disciples of this lineage, heading to Tai Square at Heavenly Maiden Cliff, to hold the mobilization meeting for the 5-sex martial arts competition. Following the original timeline, Lin Xiao received Yi Chen's challenge letter at this mobilization meeting. Now Yi Chen has joined the villain's faction. This year, Su Jingqing will be fighting again. He looks surprised. According to the original story, in this 5-sex martial arts competition, Dragon Peak will send out their secret weapon. That is Jiang Yuan, the previous generation's chief disciple of Dragon Peak. After all, he was born with the bright sword heart constitution, an exceptional talent, and was especially favored by Master Zian Jinren. Many years ago, Jiang Yuan was imprisoned for secretly consorting with a female demon from the demonic sect. He was confined to the Wudao Cliff of Dragon Head Peak to contemplate the sword for 60 years. This year marks the end of his confinement. Then, he crushed his opponents along the way, successfully joining Yi Chen for the final battle. But in the end, he was no match for the destined child and was brutally beaten. Lin Xiao guessed it wasn't because Jiang Yuan gave up, was it? He also learned from Huaizhen that Yi Chen's cultivation had not only improved by leaps and bounds, breaking through to the early golden core stage, but he had also defeated senior brother Chen Feng. Lin Xiao was overjoyed upon hearing this. Eldershire is truly amazing. Then Lin Xiao took out a pouch of spirit stones from his storage ring, and a low-grade chi condensation stage flying sword, giving them to Huaizhen. Huaizhen's eyes shone brightly at the sight of these 2 items. The senior brother instructed Huaizhen, during the 5-sex martial competition, no matter what happens, don't interfere. After the martial arts competition, go down the mountain. Find a place to laze around and live a carefree life. This is because after Lin Xiao was defeated by the male lead in the 5-sex martial arts competition, he ultimately chose to end his own life, abandoned by everyone. And after Lin Xiao's death, Huaizhen wanted to avenge his senior brother. In the end, his ambush failed and he died. Looking at the naive Huaizhen, Lin Xiao wore a sorrowful expression. He hoped to change this honest child's fate before leaving, and to do so with ease. After hearing what senior brother said, Huaizhen unexpectedly burst into tears. In his heart, only senior brother was willing to talk to him, and tried to nurture him into a talented person. He had always remembered this kindness and never dared to forget it. Huaizhen promised senior brother, I left Qinglan sect after the 5 Veins martial arts competition. I wanted to live a simple life. After comforting Huaizhen, Lin Xiao had no more worries. Watching the back of my senior brother as he left, Huaizhen silently vowed in her heart, my senior brother is the most kind and compassionate person in this world. Even if I risk my life for him in this life, what does it matter? They will definitely protect our senior brother. Admiring the villain senior brother every day, senior brother just appeared, and 2 junior sisters immediately rushed to embrace him. But such a wonderful time was shattered by the challenge issued by the Chosen One. When Lin Xiao arrived at Tai Square on Heavenly Maiden Cliff, The disciples all bowed to greet their senior brother. He truly is the top disciple of Shenlong Peak. His noble bearing is unmatched. Everyone thinks Lin Xiao seems a little different than before. Of course, he's different. My cultivation has skyrocketed while I've been lying flat at home. Just then, two junior sisters suddenly hugged Lin Xiao tightly. Lin Xiao quickly asked them to let go. I can't breathe. The junior sisters were surprised to find that senior brother had unexpectedly broken through to the innate realm. He has advanced to golden core. They were quite astonished. You have to know that Lin Xiao had been stuck in the early stage of the innate realm for over 10 years. He had made no progress, but after just a few days, he unexpectedly broke through to golden core. Lin Xiao looked unhappy. Your senior brother was low-key before. He just didn't want to break through. Now he's not pretending anymore. He's showing his true colors. I'm a genius, so what? Such a handsome appearance made the two Yandra junior sisters' hearts flutter even more. As the script said, senior brother, in order to protect everyone, trained relentlessly day and night, fighting to the death with Yi Chen, the destined child. 10-day payment pill. I can completely imagine the eldest senior brother. How much pressure and hardship he endured. Lin Xiao is numb. What on earth is going on? Before Lin Xiao could react, my junior sisters threw themselves into Lin Xiao's arms again in public. It's just that I slacked off for 10 days. Is it necessary to be like this? At this moment, the master made a grand entrance. Looking at Lin Xiao and the others from afar, Xiao Hongyuan felt incredibly despondent. Then Xiao Hongling said, regarding the three inner sect disciples who will be leading the charge this time, they will be three junior sisters from Xinjia Peak. The junior sisters were overjoyed to learn they would be fighting, and declared they would definitely teach Yi Chen a lesson for their senior brother. Lin Xiao told them not to push themselves too hard. Actually, you doing nothing at all is the biggest help to me. The master looked on with a jealous expression. In broad daylight, what's with all this flirting? But when she thought about how they were all her good disciples, and yet, they are so intelligent. Their relationship with their senior brother is harmonious. As their master, she should be happy. So she got drunk alone, trying to forget everything. But at that moment, a sudden chill swept over her. Master Xiao of Shenluan Peak is here. The disciple, under the command of the new head of Tianyan Peak, Yi Chen, has come to issue a challenge. The challenge is directed at Lin Xiao, the head disciple of Shenluan Peak. Xiao Hongyuan's face darkened with killing intent upon seeing this. She hadn't expected that Chen Feng, the former head disciple of Tianyan Peak, was still just as the script described. They came looking for trouble, they're going to die. Lin Xiao, on the other hand, was overjoyed. The plot point he'd been waiting for had finally arrived. Yi Chen, my good boy, you really didn't disappoint your villainous father. Such a perfect start. It's amazing. The villainous senior brother publicly accepts the challenge from the destined child. Such courage further awes the masters and junior sisters present. They admire him even more. Witnessing such a wonderful start, unlike anything before, the senior brother is incredibly excited. Lin Xiao also successfully restored the villain's persona. Successfully advanced to the golden core peak. Lin Xiao looked speechless. Now they're just forcefully stuffing experience packs. The disciples despised Yi Chen's pre-battle challenge. Very much so. That kid Yi Chen must have been beaten to his knees begging for mercy by the senior brother before. So he's trying to take revenge now. I wonder how the senior brother will respond. Lin Xiao started to taunt Chen Feng. Isn't this senior brother Chen? Long time no see. How did you become so down and out? You just gave up your top position like that. And now you dare to challenge me on Shenluan Peak. You've completely lost all shame. Lin Xiao, you're out for blood. He also successfully restored the villain persona again, gaining the passive divine ability, Wine God Curse. Chen Feng didn't dare to say much. He then approached Xiao Hongling. He stated that he had come to issue a challenge on behalf of Yi Chen, to challenge your sect's eldest disciple, Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao quickly asked if this challenge was for the chief disciple. What does it mean to disturb my master? And he stated that he accepted the challenge. At that moment, two junior sisters arrived. To stop Lin Xiao from accepting the challenge, Master suddenly spoke. Let them move aside. She personally received the challenge letter from Tiandang Peak. Her disciple, Xiao Hongling's student is invincible in the world. How could a mere Yi Chen compare? And tell Chen Feng to go back and relay this to Yi Chen. At the time of the 5 Meridians Martial Assembly, she is Lin Xiao, the chief of the Shenluan Peak. She will make him kneel and beg for mercy again, with no face left. Chen Feng was so scared he trembled. He quickly bid farewell and left. Lin Xiao was overjoyed upon hearing this. Master really understands me, but my two junior sisters still don't want Lin Xiao to accept the challenge. Are you two defying your master? They explained that Yi Chen is just a mere clown, and there's no need for the senior brother to make a move. They both volunteered to accept the challenge on Lin Xiao's behalf. Lin Xiao stated that Yi Chen openly issued a challenge, a provocation. As the top disciple of Shenluan Peak, he should fight with all his might. How can he hide behind his junior sisters for protection? If he becomes a coward, what will become of Shenluan Peak's 1,000-year reputation? Where would his face be? And where would Master's prestige be? We cultivators, what do we fear from a battle? Such spirit also makes the Masters and junior sisters present even more worshipful. Senior brother truly made the same choice as the heavenly Tao's memory, to fight against Yi Chen to the very end. My good disciple, Master truly wasn't wrong about you. Actually, Xiao Hongling had long planned to help Lin Xiao, to personally sever the karmic bonds of the past and forge a new destiny. That's why she accepted this battle today. The disciples below are filled with righteous indignation, cheering and encouraging Lin Xiao. The two junior sisters also said they would support Lin Xiao, as a professional villain. Of course, I must embody great love, don't you agree? At this moment, another reward arrives. It is the Hehuan sect patriarch's secret weapon, the demonic lust trident. You can tell from the name it's not going to be something decent. From Chu's system, it must be a quality product. I love it. I love it. Senior brother is truly in love this time, looking at Master swinging on a swing under the moonlight. He's as happy as a gentle and lovely little girl. Who wouldn't love it? Lin Xiao, now possessing the demonic lust three-headed spear, looks speechless. This magic weapon's additional effect is targeted at female enemies. As a shut-in, where would he find female enemies? Does it mean he's supposed to use it on his three junior sisters? At this moment, his master arrived beside Lin Xiao. It interrupted his happy time. Shower. The great battle is near. Do not be distracted by romance. It's time for me to teach you something real. Lin Xiao is numb. Are you going to bestow enlightenment on someone again? Xiao Hongling quickly took Lin Xiao's hand, and was about to take him back to Lotus Cave. This stunned the two junior sisters. Xiao Hongling summoned her sword spirit, and took her senior brother back with her. Being handsome really has its advantages. Even the beautiful master is actively throwing herself at him. The junior sisters are watching their master, a cultivator from the lower realms. Even the sword spirit of the immortal sword has hatched. Could it be that master's swordsmanship has already reached the realm of a sword immortal? The two vowed to become even stronger. Only in this way can I gain the master brother's exclusive favor. Master, returning to the Lotus Cave, came outside the cave and swung on a swing under the moonlight. And this swing was made by Lin Xiao, handcrafted for master many years ago. On the swing was a letter from Lin Xiao, filled with warmth. Since she got this swing, she hasn't gone out drinking anymore. Watching Master Lin Xiao swing under the moon, I truly love it. As long as master likes it, serving master is my duty as a disciple. But just then, Xiao Hongling suddenly appeared before Lin Xiao. Before Lin Xiao could react, he was transported to a deserted desert. This was where his master had created a swordsmanship training ground for him. Xiao Hongyuan had already foreseen that Yi Chen would receive guidance from a master. Not only has he broken through the golden core cultivation, but his swordsmanship has also made rapid progress. So I brought Lin Xiao here, intending to temper him through real combat. And next is the battle between the senior brother and the master. Lin Xiao has a dark expression. You're trying to murder your own disciple. It was just a casual strike from the master. Even senior brother couldn't handle it. This is the cultivation world of Zhongzhou. Is this the terrifying sword pressure of the #1 swordsman of the recent era? In this secret realm, Xiao Hongling has suppressed all of her sword techniques, divine abilities, and cultivation to the same level as senior brother. He could even easily suppress Lin Xiao using only a branch as a sword. And Lin Xiao, under his master's rigorous training, had grasped the swordsmanship his master used. Xiao Hongling was very pleased. My disciple, I truly haven't misjudged you. My Xiao, destined to be a peerless sword cultivator. Then, I intend to use this opportunity to teach Lin Xiao another ultimate skill. This way, I can completely defeat Yi Chen, the son of destiny, and have Lin Xiao use his strongest sword technique to counterattack. Otherwise, there will be no chance. As soon as the words were spoken, Xiao Hongling was immediately entangled and bound by Lin Xiao's green silver. This is my disciple's strongest sword technique. Who would have thought that the villainous senior brother could easily take control of the master? In fact, the master had already fallen for Lin Xiao, the first time they met. And tonight is the first time the two of them drink and sing under the moonlight. Just now, Lin Xiao used his strongest sword technique, Myriad Phenomena Deathbind, successfully subduing his master. Master, how are you? Apprentice, isn't this move amazing? Xiao Hongyuan quickly begged Lin Xiao to stop. Lin Xiao didn't expect his innate divine ability to even extend the senses. This is too incredible. Xiao Hongling's face was filled with anger. You dare to be so disrespectful to master, Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao saw this and quickly turned to run. The disciple has just figured it out. I am irreconcilable with Yi Chen. Today, my master taught me a divine skill. Watch as I crush him with my 5 elements sword technique. I will smash his dog head. Xiao Hongling collapsed weakly onto the ground. Thankfully, Xiao didn't see this embarrassing sight. This is so humiliating. Soon, under the master's guidance, the senior brother mastered the sword technique. Xiao Hongling looked at Lin Xiao with a relieved expression. Actually, 14 years ago, when she first saw Lin Xiao, in that small tavern in Taoyuan village, she concluded that he was an unparalleled swordsmanship prodigy. Lin Xiao felt incredibly awkward. He's different in the original novel. Just a run-of-the-mill villain, huh? Where did he get such an amazing swordsmanship talent? And Xiao Hongling, in order to research a way to counter the 5 elements sword technique, has been pondering on this heavenly maiden cliff for 10 years. Lin Xiao was completely baffled upon hearing this. 10 years. But didn't Yi Chen only go up the mountain recently? Master, why were you studying this sword technique 10 years ago? Later, the senior brother asked what the name of this sword technique was. He vowed to make this sword technique famous throughout Qinlan. Xiao Hongyuan stated that this sword technique, she had a sudden inspiration while watching Lin Xiao arrange flowers and gardening. It was a chance discovery. She hadn't thought of a name yet. Lin Xiao suggested calling it the flower arrangement jade sword technique. But her master felt the name sounded strange, and rather rustic. It doesn't match the power of her swordplay at all. Then, a flash of inspiration struck me. How about we call it the grand, mighty, beautiful, divine swordplay? Lin Xiao spat out a mouthful of wine upon hearing this. Master, are you serious? Although I mocked it 1,000 times in my heart, but I'm still very sure about the name I gave Master. Master, this name is so fitting. It still has to be you, Master. And this was also the happiest day for the two of them in all these years. Drinking and singing songs, how fleeting is life. Yueji watched Xiao Hongyuan's happiness with a hint of sadness. Because the one who loves first is destined to suffer heartache. Senior brother is enraged. This time, senior brother is truly enraged. Because the son of destiny dared to lay a hand on senior brother's junior sister. No matter what, he's going to smash the protagonist's head today. At this moment, the senior brother, thinking about his role as a minor villain in Qinlan sect, was overjoyed at the thought of the filming wrapping up soon. But just then, Huaizhen suddenly ran over to tell him that his junior sister was going up alone. Tiandang Peak went to duel with Yi Chen. The senior brother immediately went to the rescue upon hearing this. At this moment, at the sword practice field of Tianyan Peak, looking at Xiaomiao, who was severely injured and dying by Yi Chen, the junior sister cried uncontrollably. Yi Chen, on the other hand, had the demeanor of a victor. Walked in front of my junior apprentice sister. Ying, you should stop here. A life or death duel isn't something to be played with casually. And hypocritically stated that when I first met my junior apprentice sister in Taoyuan village, I felt an immediate connection with her. If it weren't for Lin Xiao repeatedly provoking him, right now, we should be sweetly admiring the moon together. Junior sister told Yi Chen to quickly put away his hypocritical face. Seeing her so stubborn, Yi Chen walked in front of junior sister. If it were the me of before, perhaps I couldn't defeat you and your spirit beast. But now, this prince is a completely different person. This prince will give you one last chance. Kneel and apologize to me. My junior martial sister had long seen through his villainous nature. She subjected Yi Chen to extreme humiliation, and she said that if he didn't have that powerful person backing him, a despicable villain like him wouldn't possess such strength. He thinks his luck is invincible, noble and unparalleled. In reality, he's just a clown. Yi Chen didn't expect her to know he had someone backing him. Yi Chen clearly had murderous intent at this moment. He planned to kill her to silence her. After all, Old Master Shi is the secret to his rise. He would absolutely never let anyone know. Even if the disciples of Tiandang Peak urged him to calm down, Yi Chen still insisted on taking action. At this critical moment, a voice came from above the sky. Yi Chen, you're just the weakest of the weak. What kind of skill is it to bully women? And the one who came to save the day is our senior brother. At this moment, Lin Xiao's anger has reached its peak. Today, I'm going to smash your dog head in. To avenge my junior martial sister. Seeing my badly injured junior sister, senior brother could no longer bear it. This time, he was truly enraged. I don't care how you treat me, but you dared to injure my junior sister. You've touched my reverse scale. Yi Chen was frightened by the aura Lin Xiao just emitted, and quickly retreated. This guy's sword intent is even stronger than before. And Chou Xiu's cultivation has also reached the peak of golden core. If we let Lin Xiao continue to be cultivated by Xiao Hongling, if he can't dominate the Five Veins martial arts competition, he plans to use this opportunity to eliminate Lin Xiao. But Yi Chen's attack poses no threat to the senior brother at all. His swordsmanship is far inferior to the master's. The senior brother then activates the green-silver entanglement, binding and restraining Yi Chen. The disciple beside him looked incredulous. The senior brother of Shimawan Peak actually used vines to restrain Yi Chen. Even as Yi Chen swung his blade, he couldn't break free. Seeing this, Yi Chen could only ask Elder Shi for a solution. Elder Shi advised him to run away quickly. Within this barrier, you're nothing but a little brother. Driven to a desperate situation, Yi Chen decides to no longer hide. I am the son of destiny. I'm revealing my true identity. The next second, a pillar of fire shoots into the sky. And this is what Yi Chen learned from Old Master Shi. The strongest sword technique, the 5 elements sword technique. Senior brother is really going to attack the son of destiny this time. Who would have known that the male lead, Yi Chen, would be a coward and run away? Just now, Yi Chen used his strongest sword technique, the 5 elements sword technique. I thought the senior brother would be defeated. Who could have imagined that Yi Chen's self-righteous 5-element sword technique didn't even scratch the senior brother? This stunned the junior sister, who was worried about the senior brother. You see, after Yi Chen's strength increased dramatically, he's no longer the same, but he's still at a disadvantage now. How could senior brother become so strong? It wasn't like this in the heavenly Tao memories. The senior brother's face was filled with anger as he said, "Today, I'll spare Yi Chen's life for now, but when the 5-sex tournament comes, I'll settle the old and new scores once and for all. If it weren't for the mission, I would have already killed this son of destiny. Anyone who dares to touch him is truly courting death." Who knew Yi Chen was still barking like a dog, mocking Lin Xiao after using a dark power to ambush him? I had planned to save my ultimate move for the 5 Veins martial arts tournament, to completely destroy Lin Xiao. Now he's decided to use it ahead of schedule today. And this move is the same one Yi Chen used to defeat Chen Feng earlier. It's called the 5 Elements Annihilation Sword. Even if the senior brother knows that if he fights Yi Chen to the death tonight, regardless of the outcome, the subsequent plot will be completely ruined. His wish to become a celestial being and return home was completely shattered. But for some unknown reason, Lin Xiao felt an indescribable sense of relief. This time, Lin Xiao held nothing back. The powerful sword intent emanating from him was chilling. He would use the technique his master taught him. The great sword technique defeated Yi Chen with one strike. This time, even Elder Shi was scared. This is the will of the sword. So he hurriedly urged Yi Chen to retreat. Yi Chen, however, said he only needed one move to defeat the Son of Destiny, the former top disciple of Tianyan Peak. Could he possibly be afraid of this charlatan from Shenluan Peak? Unexpectedly, Old Stone straightened up this time. He pointed at Yi Chen and started scolding him. "You stupid pig, Xiao San. Do you really think you're so strong?" He also reminded Yi Chen about his fight with Lin Xiao. Every time he suffers a heavy blow, the golden supreme luck on his body will be partially taken away by Lin Xiao. Elder Shi concluded that Lin Xiao is the one hidden in Qinlan sect, who has been constantly stealing Yi Chen's luck, the child of the plane. Before, Elder Shi had never seen. I felt the killing intent, but this time, the senior brother is truly serious. Yi Chen was truly afraid at this moment. After all, even Old Stone was unwilling to help him. If this continues, it seems he will truly meet his end today. The ultimately invincible Son of Destiny. He actually ran away from the fight. Lin Xiao is dumbfounded. What on earth is going on? This brainless, invincible Yi Chen, at the peak of his power, having mastered the 5 elements sword technique, is at his most arrogant and self-assured. Jing chose to retreat without fighting. When the senior brother regained his composure, he only then remembered the injured junior sister behind him. The injured junior sister was filled with deep self-blame. Senior brother. Ying, how useless I am. Not only could I not help senior brother, but I also troubled senior brother to come and save me. Junior sister even publicly confessed her feelings to senior brother again. Senior brother, you look so gentle and soft now, just like when you were a child. Don't put on that fierce and scary look again in the future, okay? Watching his junior sister cry sadly. This time, the senior brother is truly heartbroken. Then he scooped up his junior sister. Let's go. Senior brother will take you to Shenluan Peak to heal your wounds. Your revenge. Senior brother will avenge you one day. One is a stunningly beautiful and cold master. The other is an adorable and naive junior sister. Faced with his master and junior sister's jealousy, what choice will senior brother make? Seeing his little junior sister so badly injured, the senior brother was heartbroken. But their master teased them from the side. It's a good thing Shower brought the 4th sister here in time. Otherwise, her wounds would have healed naturally by now. Then Xiao Hongyuan asked the senior brother, why Ying hated Yi Chen so much. Lin Xiao looked embarrassed. I can't tell master either. My junior martial sister did all this for me, right? So I said it must be that my junior martial sister sensed that Yi Chen was a great menace, so she hated him so much. Master's cheeks were slightly flushed after drinking the wine. It seems my Xiao truly has discerning eyes. Just as the atmosphere was building, little junior sister, who had been unconscious just moments ago, woke up. Upon waking, little junior sister immediately asked her senior brother for a hug. Master, standing beside them, watched with a face full of jealousy. But remembering little junior sister's recent ordeal, her heart must still be unsettled. She'll turn a blind eye to it. The seemingly innocent and naive junior martial sister actually has a cunning and manipulative side. Even her master is no match for her. At this moment, the master can bear it no longer. Ying, how dare you be so insubordinate in front of master? Then she quickly told Lin Xiao to mind his behavior. That's enough. But unexpectedly, the junior sister put on a pathetic act. My heart is aching so badly. I have something I want to say to senior brother alone. Could you please excuse yourself for a moment? Upon hearing this, master's face was filled with anger. 4th sister, don't push it too far. I'm merely drinking here. Am I bothering you? Unexpectedly, the junior sister started crying loudly. Is this still the same naive and innocent girl? She's a total master of manipulative emotional tactics. She even leaned into the senior brother's embrace, seeking his concern. Xiao Hongyuan, helpless, was defeated by her junior sister. I never thought she would lose to her disciple one day. The junior sister saw that. Only she and her senior brother remained in the cave dwelling. She unexpectedly grabbed her senior brother's cheek and kissed him. Today's first kiss successfully achieved. Lin Xiao was stunned. But as the villain, how could he relax? Who would have thought that in the next second, the junior sister would push Lin Xiao away? She questioned whether the first kiss of the senior brother wasn't hers, right? It was that domineering second senior sister. Or the seemingly weak junior sister Yue. A woman's intuition is truly terrifying. At this moment, the system informed Lin Xiao that he had successfully restored the villain persona. 10 packets of demon passion powder as a reward. 5 pairs of stockings of different types. Senior brother was completely baffled. 5 pairs of stockings. Besides Master and the 3 junior sisters, who else could it be? Senior brother personally put on white stockings for his junior sister. He even did this to better portray the villain's character. He directly kissed his junior sister's delicate feet. Just now, senior brother, in order to coax his junior sister who was angry, took out the stockings he obtained from the system. Seeing the white stockings in her senior brother's hand, the junior sister's mood improved somewhat. Lin Xiao explained that he had personally sewn the stockings for Yingying. Yingying's legs are so beautiful, they must look especially nice in them. The junior sister looked at the gift from her senior brother with a happy face. Sure enough, senior brother spoils me the most. Then, shyly expressing that she wanted Lin Xiao to help her dress. Lin Xiao quickly refused. That's not very appropriate. Seeing this, the junior sister started acting cute towards Lin Xiao. Seeing this, the senior brother could only compromise. After all, if he refused, would he still be the dutiful and responsible villain? And Lin Xiao, the villainous senior brother, was more than familiar with stockings. He had previously stolen his master's stockings. Now he's putting stockings on his junior martial sister again. Just as Lin Xiao was checking the junior sister's stockings for loose threads, the junior sister suddenly asked her senior brother why he had to steal master's stockings. She clearly had some too. Lin Xiao was stunned. How did she know? To change the subject and restore the villain's persona, senior brother suddenly kissed junior sister's delicate foot. This incredible move caused the system to directly award him the Beiming Devouring Heaven Immortal Art. Lin Xiao was dumbfounded. This time, he directly gave him the immortal level cultivation method passed down by the orthodox sect. How is anyone supposed to lose to that? To avoid triggering any rewards later, the senior brother awkwardly chose to make a quick escape. At this moment, Lin Xiao was absolutely furious. I was just one step away from becoming an immortal, and now you're making it harder for me, huh? This thing can not only speed up the absorption of heaven and earth's spiritual energy, but it can also steal other people's cultivation methods. It devours the origin and the power of laws. But before Lin Xiao could finish complaining, the system sent another reward, an ice jade bed. Lin Xiao was completely speechless, thoroughly baffled by the system. System bro, cut it out. What exactly do you want from me? Do you really think I'm a fool? Will this immortal cultivation even succeed? The system's reply also shocked Lin Xiao. This immortal cultivation can succeed, but he has to stand. Over these past 10 years, Lin Xiao has paid so much to perfectly play the villain. Now, we're just one step away from the finish line. After 3 more minor side plots, the major event, the 5-sex martial arts competition, will begin. These include the trials in the Jian family secret realm, and the plots concerning the 3rd junior sister and the 3rd junior sister. Lin Xiao didn't participate in the Jian family secret realm trials because he was afraid of death. We can skip this. And his next side quest is the alchemy morning class 3 days later. This week, it just so happens that the 3rd senior sister is in charge. In the original story, after Lin Xiao stole the master's absolute black lotus, he still felt it wasn't secure enough, so he set his sights on the elder's top-grade Ninjin pill. He attempted to rapidly increase his strength using this divine pill. But that night, after Lin Xiao stole the pill, he was recorded by the recording stone that the protagonist Yi Chen had installed in the pill workshop. The recording stone in the pill workshop. According to the timeline, it's time for the second side quest. It just so happens to be 3 days later. At this thought, Lin Xiao wore a wicked smile. This is because among the 3 junior sisters, the 3rd one is the easiest to handle. Now, let's see how our senior brother will take down the 3rd junior sister in one move. Who would have thought that Jiang Yuan, the former top disciple of Longzhou Peak, Jing Tong, like the villainous senior brother, is also a time traveler. Unable to accept that Qinglan sect was destroyed by the protagonist Yi Chen, he spent his whole life opposing the protagonist. But no matter how hard he tried, he was no match for the protagonist. But he never expected the novel's plot to actually deviate. Will he succeed in making a comeback this time? Today is the day Jiang Yuan emerges from his 60-year confinement. His master asks Jiang Yuan about this year's 5 Peaks martial competition. You really don't plan to go? During Jiang Yuan's confinement, many talented individuals have emerged in Qinglan sect. For example, Zhu Wanning, the top disciple of Fengming Peak, and Gui Yorong, the second disciple of Shenluan Peak. Before he finished speaking, Jiang Yuan mentioned Yi Chen's name, and stated that he'd better not participate in this martial arts competition. After all, even if he went, he wouldn't win first place. Why bother being a stepping stone for others? Jiang Yuan planned to cultivate peacefully at this enlightenment cliff. If he doesn't become an immortal in a day, he won't come down the mountain that day. This broke his master's heart. He didn't understand his precious disciple. Why do you care so much about that? Yi Chen, who only started a month ago, even if that Yi Chen gained some fortuitous encounters, he's still no match for your beloved disciple. But Jiang Yuan told his master, perhaps master thinks he's already strong enough. But in reality, all the gifted disciples of Qinlan sect are merely stepping stones for Yi Chen. The outcome is already decided. Going or not going is no longer important. Besides, he has something more important that needs his attention. That is, after the 5-sex martial arts competition, if the sky darkens, the blood demon will break free. But then, the master suddenly told Jiang Yuan that Yi Chen, the person he cared about most, had just been defeated by Lin Xiao, the top disciple of Shenluan Peak. Jiang Yuan's face showed disbelief upon hearing this. You should know that the protagonist, Yi Chen, is the son of destiny with unparalleled good fortune, yet he was actually defeated by an insignificant nobody. At this time, Jiang Yuan suddenly knelt down, pleading with his master to grant him one request. And this is something that for so many years, Jiang Yuan called his master, Zianzhenren, again. This moved his master to tears. Jiang Yuan explained that he had avoided outsiders for all these years, and deliberately severed ties with the sect out of necessity. He promised to explain the whole story in detail, after he had accomplished his goal. The master has always firmly believed in Jiang Yuan's character, and expressed that he would do whatever he could for him. What Jiang Yuan sought was to delay the opening of the sword family in the Panlong Abyss until after the 5-sex martial assembly. He wanted to push back the opening of the sword family. Then he'll also go to the Jian family to hone his skills. Seeing Jiang Yuan's incredibly sincere attitude, thinking of the grievances Jiang Yuan had suffered these past 60 years, Master agreed. Master's care moved Jiang Yuan to tears. He vowed that no matter how difficult the road ahead, he will always forge ahead, never retreating. Even if it means burning his life away, he will protect his sect. Now, the only thing he needs to do is to become stronger. After Jiang Yuan practiced swordsmanship 10,000 times, the system rewarded him again. Unfortunately, it was another sword manual. Jiang Yuan knew that his current mid-stage Dharma aspect cultivation was completely insufficient. If the reward was a cultivation boost, how wonderful that would be. You guessed right. Actually, Jiang Yuan is also a time traveler. 80 years ago, he arrived as a youth. I've transmigrated to this world. I've become Jiang Yuan, the senior disciple, who fought to his death protecting his sect. At Qinlan sect, he felt immense joy. Therefore, he couldn't accept that Qinlan sect would be destroyed by the demon sect. And the culprit behind all this is the protagonist, Yi Chen. Unfortunately, no matter how much he cultivates and grows stronger, he is ultimately no match for the protagonist, Yi Chen. He thought that he had spent his whole life unable to change the fate of his sect. Who knew that the gears of fate were slowly beginning to deviate? This gave him a renewed sense of confidence. Jiang Yuan swore that this time, he would make his triumphant return. He would change everything. The queen, Yi Xianer, is finally coming. But what he didn't expect was that the mighty queen had also developed feelings for the senior brother when she was young, and even made a vow to Lin Xiao that if he one day becomes empress, he would share the rule of the 9 heavens with her. The senior brother, just awakened, felt incredibly happy. Just then, Huaizhen came to remind him that today's morning class was in the alchemy room on Dragon Head Peak. The senior brother asked Huaizhen if he had made a mistake. Isn't today the Jian family trials? So Huaizhen told the senior brother that the Jian family had postponed the trials. He told his senior brother. The senior brother looked completely bewildered. They're opening it after the 5-sex martial arts competition. Has the plot deviated again? Lin Xiao, having no other choice, could only meet the challenge head-on. After all, being ahead of schedule wouldn't prevent him from following the plot. At this moment, inside the Dragon Head Peak Pill Tower, a heavyweight pill was about to make its appearance. The elder then entrusted the important task of showcasing the Bodhi condensation pill to the senior brother. He also instructed Lin Xiao to return it to its original place after the demonstration. And this pill is specifically for the 6 saints and the Grand Elders, a top-grade pill. This is the scene from the original story where Lin Xiao tries to steal the pill. Unfortunately, Lin Xiao searched everywhere but couldn't find Yi Chen. The protagonist isn't around. What other pills did he steal? The system only requires Lin Xiao to restore his own character's plotline. As for everything else, there's no need to worry. Unbeknownst to the senior brother, his every move was being watched by the 3rd junior sister. This time, no matter what, she must prevent the senior brother from being disgraced. Night. The senior brother is anxiously waiting for Huaizhen, who went to inquire about Yi Chen's news. It turns out that yesterday, after being beaten by the senior brother, Yi Chen fled in a panic. He went to the fat Taoist's cave dwelling, and has been in seclusion cultivating ever since. Lin Xiao didn't expect this fat villain would actually let Yi Chen cultivate there. Could he really consider Yi Chen one of his own? Although the plot line is somewhat deviating, fortunately, there's still the plot of him stealing the pills. Then he changed into night clothes, planning a night raid on his third senior sister guarding the pill furnace. But Lin Xiao's jade pendant accidentally fell to the ground. Looking at this half of the jade pendant, Lin Xiao recalled his sweet childhood memories. Thank you for saving me. When I become empress one day, I will share the 9 heavens with you. Lin Xiao didn't know if her childhood dream of dominating the western wasteland and conquering the 9 continents had come true. Meanwhile, Yi Chen is diligently cultivating in the fat Taoist's cave dwelling. He diligently cultivates. Elder Shi reminds Yi Chen that the cave dwelling is filled with evil energy, suppressing countless wronged souls. That old Taoist certainly has some unspeakable secret hidden. But Yi Chen didn't have the time to care about these things. Right now, he only wanted to do one thing. That is to become stronger. He didn't have much time left. This time, at the 5-sex martial arts competition, he must beat Lin Xiao to a pulp, to avenge the past snow. And this time, Yi Chen was well prepared. That is, his younger sister, Yi Xianer. Now, Yi Xianer leads 800,000 elite cavalry from Beichuan, sweeping across 33 countries. She is revered as the empress by the northern border. Yi Chen plans to write a letter after the 5 Veins martial arts competition, asking him to lead his army here. Then he reveals a lecherous expression. Brother is looking forward to meeting Xianer. Meanwhile, Yi Xianer is sitting on the throne with an air of authority. At this time, a subordinate comes to report. So the 3-year agreement has arrived. Yi Chen hopes that Yi Xianer will, 7 days from now, lead an army of 300,000 to Qinglan sect to witness his prowess. Yi Xianer thinks 7 days is too long. The northern border has now completely submitted to her. This is a perfect opportunity to return to central continent. The reason why Yi Xianer is so eager to go to Qinglan sect is actually to fulfill a childhood promise she made with Lin Xiao. During these 12 years, she has thought of our senior brother constantly. A villain who doesn't resist at all. And this person is our second junior sister, Guiyurong. The senior brother, having changed into his night clothes, was just about to sneak out to steal medicine under the cover of darkness, when suddenly Huaijin appeared. It turned out that the 4th junior sister said her wound had worsened. The pain is unbearable. Tell Lin Xiao to come over quickly. Senior brother saw through his junior sister's lies immediately. Under the effect of his 1,000-year-old blood-congealing ointment, almost all external injuries were healed that night. So he asked Huaijin to go back and tell his junior sister. He went to Tianth Cliff to pay his respects and hasn't returned. Let her rest. But Huaijin doesn't understand why the senior brother dressed like that to see the master. Could it be that the senior brother wanted to patrol while he was out, catching disciples who do bad things at night in the sect? Those who know me are Huaijin. I have to say, Huaijin, my little brother, is such a natural airhead. But just as Lin Xiao was about to reach the Danfang, he discovered other disciples who had come out to run errands besides himself. So Lin Xiao quickly chased after him, and questioned which unit the other person was from. You were speeding, do you know that? I am Lin Xiao, the chief disciple of Shenluan Peak. Hurry up and get out of the way. The masked man didn't take Lin Xiao seriously at all, but continued to accelerate. Seeing this, senior brother acted. He planned to teach this arrogant person a lesson. Although his flying sword was repeatedly dodged, in the next moment, senior brother's blue-silver bind instantly turned the situation around. I easily subdued him. Unexpectedly, this disciple offered no resistance at all. Just what kind of lovesick fool is this? With no other option, the exasperated senior brother knocked him unconscious. He intended to see his true face, but beneath the mask was his 3rd junior sister, Guiyurong. The senior brother looked incredibly surprised. First, the junior sister used an excuse to deceive him. Now, the 2nd junior sister is here to obstruct him. And how did they know he was planning to do something bad today? But then, the senior brother suddenly suffered a terrible headache. Looking at the 3rd junior sister in my arms, I felt a sense of déjà vu. Immediately, a flood of memories from my past life surged into my mind. The eldest senior brother's state of mind clearly changed at this moment. Seeing this, the system forcibly repaired Lin Xiao's mental state. The eldest senior brother, having recovered, wasn't quite sure what had just happened to him. But as the villainous senior brother, he believed completing the mission was the most important thing. So, he planned to first escort the 2nd junior sister back before going to steal the elixir. The cold and aloof master set a trap for her own disciple. She swapped the elixir the senior brother had worked so hard to steal. She only needed to carry it for one night. Then one can absorb its essence and elevate one's spiritual power to a higher level. As expected, the older generation is wiser. At this moment, on the top floor of the Dragonhead Peak Pill Refining Workshop, the 3rd junior sister was alone, admiring the moonlight. At that moment, she suddenly noticed something behind her. It seems a dark shadow appeared. Before Lin Xiao could launch a surprise attack, he was unexpectedly hugged and kissed by his third junior sister. The senior brother was stunned. He quickly questioned his third junior sister, asking if she knew who that person was. She just kissed him.